I lost one. Somebody just unsubscribed. We're 4 away now. See, somebody's playing games. Somebody's playing games. Oh, it came back. It came back. It came back. It's 3 away. We 3 away. We 3 away. We 3 away. We 3 away. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. 2 away. Holy shit. Look at this. Look at this. What? Oh. Look at that. We are 2 away. 2. I'm gonna have a heart attack. Can we do it? Or will I be stuck forever here at 4998? Oh my God. Oh my God. I can't believe it. This is the big one. I'm coming to join you, Elizabeth. I'm coming to join you. Big 2. Oh, I lost one. See, somebody said I'm gonna fuck with them. I just lost one. I just lost one. Just lost one. Somebody's in there going on, off, on, off. Oh, shit, we just got 2 more. We just got 2 more. Can you see it? $50,000! That's it! We just hit 50,000! 50,000! 50,000! Yes! Look at it! Before they unsubscribe! 50,000! That's it! 50,000 subscribers! Woo! Baby! 50! Oh. Alright. Who's fucking with me? Who just unsubscribed? Who just fucked us? Uh-oh, and we have breaking news too. Somebody unsubscribed. Lane Johnson lost for the season. All right, so somebody out there is a smartass. Somebody out there is a smartass that took away there. Like I said, I'm gonna wait, but it's okay because I hit 50,000 and you guys all saw it. We hit 50,000. Whoa. Wait a minute. It's going down. What? Why y'all playing games with me? Why are you tricking my emotions like this? I'm fragile. Oh, there we are. Hey. We back up to 50. 52. 50. Oh, thank you.
What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Jobu Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. Let me say from the bottom of my heart, I am so happy that I was live with that to be with you guys when that happened, because without you guys, it does not happen. It is Monday night. We got Monday Night Football. We got the Chargers against the Colts. And I want to know, why is it we got the Colts in Denver seemingly like every primetime game? It's one or the other every single time. It is crazy. So here's what we're going to do. Tonight is a special night. Tonight is a special night because take a look. I want y'all to take a look. This piece right here, this Dak Prescott one right there, was the piece I was working on when we hit 50,000. And I am going to give that away tonight. It's actually signed by me on the back of it. And says from the stream where we hit 50,000. And so everybody who became a member earlier today, and anybody who does a super chat tonight while we're on the stream, is going to be entered in there. We're going to give that away tonight. So John Jones is the first one right here. But all the people who are on the stream, Stello, what's up? Oh yeah, Stella, I was cold. I was cold as ice on that. But I'll tell you all that in a second here. I'll show you that in one moment. So Stello's in there. But let me acknowledge everybody who was on the stream and spared that was with me when we hit 50,000, and get you guys in hopper. JD Sports. Shout out to JD Sports. Aisha Robinson. We're working on her pieces in there. There was Mark Hutton. Shout out to Mark Hutton. Giving that away. Woo. Mark Hutton, I just said. Jerry Creighton. Jerry Creighton. What's up, Jerry? Uh-oh. We've got... Okay, we got Jerry Creighton. I love weed. Shout out to I love weed. Just is getting added to it. Yeah, Brian Joseph. Shout out to Brian Joseph. I think I might go ahead and put it like on the front of the desk here, right down low. I got to hear about Splash Broda. Mark Hutton did another one. Shout out to Mark Hutton. Mark Hutton. See, that's why Mark Hutton's always winning these things, because he's in there. Cowboys Canada. Oh, my goodness. Hold it. Cowboys Canada. And help me, Rhonda. I am so humbled. Okay, can I at least get these done? Prime time. What's up, Prime time?
What's going on, Mark?
Man, today has been a great day. Not only have we the plaque is incredible, Mike, because shout out to you.
Yeah, yesterday I missed your live, but I rewatched it so I could, as I watched the game, I kind of synchronize it to hear it, you know?
Oh, man, do you really? Okay, that's kind of cool.
I go back, I synchronized it to make it to where I could see what was happening during the plays, you know, how we were freaking out and see some of the chat and, you know, the trash talking crazy. And how it goes. Yeah, so I find it entertaining.
Riley, got you, Riley. I'm trying to actually shout out everybody who was in. Got you here, Riley. Who was in the chat while we were doing the live stream earlier? I'd gotten like 9 away.
Awesome. Congratulations, man.
Mitch Roman, William Schwartz. Shout out to William Schwartz. William, your tailgate package is actually packed up today with your set of 4 shot glasses and your rack. Appreciate you, bro. James Barber. Mr. Reggie Smith, Randy Solaris, Frank Felice. So, what do you think about that game, there, buddy? Are you happy? Are you happy? Hold it.
Are you not entertained?
I was very entertained the second time around of watching it. So let's just say that.
Man, you know that was such an emotional ride. Watching that game, oh my God!
Oh, it was. I watched you with your pillow, and I'm like, man, that pillow is becoming lucky.
You know, Joanne Gonzalez, Jason D, and the last one, Scott Opie. Okay, so all of you are entered in the drawing for the piece I was working on when we hit 50,000. So somebody is going to have that piece here tonight, and I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Oh, I need to put your camera up. There we go. All right, there we go. We got the mailman in here, and I'm wondering if he was off today or not. You know, I know it's considered a federal holiday, but I remember growing. Well, see, here's the thing, though. You know, my dad was a mail handler at the post office.
That's different.
Well, see, here's what my dad said. He said, "Look,
actually,
I can be home for Christmas, and y'all can have like one gift apiece, or I can work Christmas Day, and you can have a few more." We said, "We'll see you Christmas night, Dad."
Yeah, right, is the post office like the NFL? Like it used to be tougher back in the day. There was clotheslining and all that. Now they kind of protect you.
Yeah, now it's
here. Make sure you wear your knee brace.
I have to watch what I say because I still dabble in management, but it's not what it once was. Let's put it that way.
Okay, so let me clarify something here for everybody, because everybody's been telling me today, man, I love your haircut and everything, right, man? It's a nice haircut.
No, you didn't get it.
No, it's actually it's the same hair.
So glowing.
Well, my wife looked at me this morning because I was like, honey, I said, honey, I'm getting close to 50,000 subscribers. I said today might be the day, and she looked at me and she said, imagine what you would do if you were actually cleaned up. You know, it's just like your hair. It's just a mess. I said, but honey, everybody knows I'm genuine. I'm real. I'm not fake. I'm not no filter or anything. I'm real. She said, they know who you are now. They know you're real.
Ain't nobody got time for showers.
Okay, so what I did, look, I went to the bathroom, right? And I was sitting here just I picked my hair out. And my hair's about this tall.
I know.
Okay. And so I did like a kid and play, and she looked and said, "Go to my dressing room." She's like, "Sit your ass down in the chair. This is done."
Well, for the holidays, you kind of reminded me of the Heat Miser.
You done fucked around and found out.
So she put some stuff in my hair and, trimmed my nose hair and clipped around. And so it was like, okay.
Nose hair was just as long as your other hair.
Well, when she put the clippers, I was like, hey, that tickles too much. It couldn't work.
Yeah,
you gotta watch that.
Jerk him out.
Yeah.
Shit.
Oh, look at that. That is he's the old school.
All right, so the Colts are moving the ball right now. Holy moly.
I did that in the middle of traffic. It was like, wow.
Now, I was watching, shout out Mark Hutton. I got you again. Appreciate. And then Queen Bella. I keep wanting to call you Princess Bella. I don't know why, but it's, whenever I'm in the workshop and I see your piece, which is packed up and headed your way, I always say Princess. But let me shout out the ladies, guys, if you don't mind. We've got Queen Bella.
Hey.
We got Lola, Miss Hot Sauce. I know we got Joanne Gonzalez, JoJo. We got Roland's Review. What's up, Roland?
What's up,
Stacy? We got Riley in the house. What's up, Riley? And I know I've got other ones in here. I just can't remember. Let's see. Let me go back. Angelica. I didn't say Angelica. Oh, I said, here we go. Angelica Baron. Angelica made me feel so good today. She had ordered a print. She so much today, but she had tweeted out a picture. I had done this one of a dog. I thought it was her dog, but it turns out it was for friends of hers that had lost their dog a year ago, and she had me make that piece for them. She said in the tweet that it made them cry and that they were happy. So it was like, oh man, it's like,
you could tell when you have enough followers, but certain people that keep, commenting, it's just, they're good people. So we could do something for that. It's awesome.
There's Mike and Linda. What's up, Linda? What? Wait, holy just missed him by that much. So we're here tonight. Listen, I got to tell you,
Jeff Lee.
We have to get your show blown the F up because you guys have an incredible conversation, and you guys really dig in deep into the topics and stuff and cover everything.
Man. We try, it's our busy lives, but with two of us, that's why what you do is real amazing because you're basically by yourself. So it's good that we can.
Mr. Cowboy, I'm sorry, Mr. Cowboy, the tickets are $199, and if you go to the community tab, there is a post in there to tell you exactly how to get the tickets for the same section. It's section 325, I think it is. It's $199 for the ticket. If you want to do a plaque, the plaques are $39 plus the shipping. Email me, cowboysmark94@gmail, and I can send you an invoice on it. Send me your picture of what you want to have done, and we can do that. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to rudely interrupt you.
I don't know. Basically, you do it by yourself, so when we can collab, it just makes it a lot better and easier for. I think it makes for a better show when you have people who know each other, could bounce stuff off. I may have something that you're not thinking about. I just think it makes it better. So the fact that you do it by yourself most of the time,
it gets crazy.
Shout out.
See, we don't always agree. There's always that point where you always
fine.
agree.
Like any married couple.
Mark, but Mark arguing with himself online. Well, I don't know. Maybe
I will say this though. That was an unbelievable. It was a good weekend. It just was just how everything played out. I'm hoping upon hope that Mark's buddy. The linebacker for the Saints can get another W.
Mario. That he has a great game.
Man, because
Mario Davis.
They can beat the Eagles. Now they have to play that later.
I'm of the guild that the Eagles, they got some real problems now for the first time.
They have some problems.
You've got now Jalen Hurts is trying to get back out. What's up, Sheila Neal? Wait a minute, let me say Sheila Neal. Gina Thorne. What's up, Gina?
Yeah, Gina's doing that.
And then there's help me, Rhonda. Miss Biscuits herself. What's up, Biscuit?
Yeah, the Reaper says Titans has their backup QB, which again is a running threat. out there, and they're playing like trash right now. And I think again, this
Mike
game
was
not
telling me
meaning
that the
as
running
much.
back Henry's hurt too.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's the thing is, do you rest them because the next game is more meaningful for them than this game? So, I was reading it where like with how it was playing out that if even if they win or lose this one, it meant more about next week.
Well, I wasn't even thinking about. That's why when Mark was rooting for I think you were rooting for the Giants against Minnesota. I wasn't. I'm rooting for
that would have helped
Minnesota.
us, man.
Think about it, because we're still a real long shot for the 1 seed.
I don't know about that. I don't know.
But think about this.
I would like Minnesota to knock them out. Yeah.
Well, that's true. Actually, like the more I think about it, if they tie with the Eagles win because they beat them head to head. So the Eagles still need to lose one. So yeah, scratch that. But yeah,
they got. But here's the thing:
play that last week though, Mark.
Well, all right, but if you're the Eagles right now, okay, so you just lost Lane Johnson. He's gone. Yeah. Okay, that's huge. That is, one of the, if not the best, one of the best right tackles in football. He
hasn't given up a sack all year.
Right. Okay. So you lost him. You lost your cornerback.
Maddox, you saw how effective he was.
Once he went out, CD feasted. So that's another. They're talking about getting C.J. Leonard back, Gardner Johnson.
He's eligible.
He's eligible, but he's still a lacerated kidney.
Yeah,
it's like, are you kidding me?
For the playoffs.
So all of a sudden you've got some losses there. The funny thing is listening to everybody's like, oh, well, it was a backup quarterback. But hold it. Wait. Let's back this up.
I'm not.
Go ahead.
Their backup quarterback scored more points against the Dallas Cowboys than what you had with Hurts last week against the Bears.
When I jumped on that one, I was more okay. Am I wrong? Like, okay,
no.
When we took Andy Dalton, I mean, I'm not saying that he's a starter in this league and everything, but we took his starter and we made him our backup. Was that, okay?
Yeah.
Cooper Rush is a backup. Now, Minshew coming from Jacksonville as a starter,
right?
He's looking to be a starter next year somewhere. He's not.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. To say that he is, okay, yeah.
But here's
how many quarterbacks is he better than right now, Minshew?
There's a lot. There's a lot of teams that if he's a 2-year contract with the Eagles, he could be trade bait because there are a lot of teams right now that would say, "Yeah, let me take." You're telling me the Colts wouldn't take him?
Oh yeah.
Right? Because they got him for. But here's the difference. With Dak Prescott, we've averaged like 33 points a game since he came back. Right? We were averaging 22 with Cooper Rush.
Right.
If you look at the Eagles only have 4 games where they scored more points. Only 4 games that they've scored more points than they did yesterday.
So I kind of put him into the category of like a Jameis Winston, where he can be a starter. He's just going to do some turnovers here or there because he'd like to, or because he played good the game he played last year. Was he just on a bad team in Jacksonville without weapons? He got, this goes back to Mike is saying is it Hurts or is it the team? Because, yes, he had a couple of interceptions, but so did Hurts last week against the Bears. The only difference is their defense last week gave up 20 points. This week they gave up 40. That's the only difference between the two, between Jalen Hurts and Minshew. Yeah, I think when you say Richie MC says Colts not paying Minshew, I don't think you need to pay Minshew. You just need to say, hey, you want the starting position? Try. I don't think it's a paying.
It's just got to be.
It's not going to be a $30 million quarterback.
Basically.
Yeah, exactly. He doesn't want to go somewhere where he knows that he doesn't have a chance of being the starter. I mean, but again, as we see some of these starting quarterbacks and they play, whether it's Stafford, whether it's any of these guys, it's like, you're going to have your chance at some point. But yeah, you're not going into that situation and going, I plan on being the backup. Like, no, that's not the case. That's not his mindset. So I think that mindset right there is a little, it is definitely different. I mean, why is he not the starter in Jacksonville? He did have these interception issues here and there.
Nick Foles with the big interception.
Two different aside, I mean, because I hear some Eagles fans saying, see, this is exactly why Jalen Hurts is the MVP. And I look at it the opposite.
No.
I look at it the opposite way. Look what they were doing with a guy who hadn't sniffed a play all year. They had 455 yards of offense. They were going up and down the field because you cannot get to the Eagles quarterback. You cannot. They get rid of the ball too fast, and they have the best. They did have the best offensive line in the league. To me, it was the opposite.
And
I'm sorry, the way they were picking up third downs.
Yeah, Smith was coming down with the passes. AJ Brown was coming down with the passes. They weren't dropping the passes. He had the support around him, which is what Jalen, again, like I said, the offense is more tailor-made to what Hurts because he likes to run. But Hurts is not also throwing that many yards. You're not having to worry about it all the time.
Yeah.
For Minshew, you do have to worry about
it. I was telling Phil, I said, everybody's just assuming that an outdoor cold game would suit the Eagles. Do you really think it
picked off? Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's look at this for a second here. I want because this is where I call the Eagles frauds. I've been saying it for a while. So they scored 38 against the Lions, but the Lions scored 35. Okay, so that's one of the games that they scored more than this one. Against the Vikings, they scored 24. So Minshew scored more against us than they did. Against the Commanders, they won 24-8 with Carson Wentz. Against the Jags, here it is. The MVP scored 29. Against the Cardinals, here it is. The MVP scored 20. Against the Cowboys before. Here's where it's crazy. You got 26 from Jalen Hurts. Everybody's saying that, if we had Hurts, you would have won. Well, you scored 8 points more with Minshew. Right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. You scored 35. Okay, there's the second game against the Steelers.
Now, if they jump on the fact that, you're not the same defense because you have injuries. Exactly. That's what we're trying to tell you is that this defense, that's the reason why you're able to kind of push the ball a little bit further downfield is because we don't have those guys that we have.
We lost our number 2, our number 3 corners. We've lost our main D tackle. We've lost our main starting linebacker. That's on the defense alone.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not complaining about the injuries. So,
but it's going to affect. It's always going to affect.
Just like they act like Dak was the only person that wasn't in the game when we played them in Philly. How about Tyron Smith? We didn't have.
And Michael Gallup, right?
Yeah, Michael Gallup was just getting back.
Like a lot of guys. There's a lot.
So it's like, stop it with the injuries. Why does it have to be this way? I get tired of it. I get it. He didn't play. You scored enough points to win. That's not the reason why you lost. You lost because the defense was ass last night.
Well, I look at that too as well. I mean, when you look at us, we got a lot to improve on, but we look at those spots that, your defensive tackle, Hankins coming back, your LV coming back. You don't get those corners back, unfortunately, but you're trying to find a different mix of formula to try to hopefully patch the sinking ship a little bit.
Where are they tonight, though? I don't see any of them in your chat.
No, I don't even see Philadelphia. Of course they're not.
Where are you at? Everybody wants to come in.
They're salty today, man.
Richie MC's there though.
They're salty.
I gotta give him that. He's.
All I'm saying is you guys have to keep it real. I understand you're lost and you're upset. You're still in the catbird seat. We'll see what happens. But it's a team game. It's a team game. Like I was telling Phil, I said, we were 4-1. We played 5 games without our starting quarterback. You played 1 without yours, and you've lost it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Yeah.
So you want to talk about injuries, stop it.
That made me smile.
Stop it.
Nice.
Nobody wants to hear
what? Here's
from
what
us or from you.
Here's what really annoys me because I was listening to Shady McCoy on Speak today, and of course, he's like, "Well, I can't say hardly anything." Isn't it your job to ask him the questions and him? So, but here's what his saying was: he still wouldn't give Dak Prescott any credit. He said it's CeeDee Lamb. If CeeDee Lamb is becoming a bad man, it's not Dak.
He just had the ball return thing. He just slings it. Pew, and
he throws the ball to himself.
Throw to Ty.
Come on,
that
man.
was an unbelievable throw.
Oh, and again, and the way he prefaces that, it's like, come on, man. You can't count that. He's like, we just messed up blown coverage. It's like
you don't want to count that. You don't want to count anything.
You don't want to count that.
That's automatically what he pushes. He pushes that. No, he focuses on the one play. That's a negative. How did he brought up? He probably kept bringing back up that interception for a touchdown, though.
I'm gonna bring up where I had a little bit of fun today. If it'll appear, if I can Get my computer is kind of freezing on me.
I was happy that they weren't going to run around the field with their stupid championship hats, the division.
That is, well, you know what? I think that's part of the reason why our guys manned up is the way they did was because they didn't want that to happen. We don't want them dancing and prancing in our stadium. No way in hell. Okay, we are frozen on here.
Hey.
Okay, I was trying to show this. Because I was having fun. I guess. Oh, there we go. Hold on. It's trying to get there. Are we having technical difficulties here tonight? There we go. Okay, hold it. Here we go.
Denver Broncos.
Hold it. Here we go, guys. This was so much fun today. Because I've been hearing shit from this guy since the Cowboys played.
Excuse me, sir. Do you know where the hot L's are located? Nope. How about them Cowboys? Oh, no, you didn't.
Don't pretend like you don't recognize me.
Oh, boy. He was like, no, you didn't. He said, you didn't put me on camera. I said, yes, I did. Yes, I did. Oh, man. He was just like, man, I can't believe y'all won that game. But you only beat a backup quarterback. That's all I've heard from Eagle fans. You only beat a backup quarterback. Okay, if that helps you sleep at night, then by all means, go ahead and believe that if you want to.
Yeah, your backup quarterback that's going to leave your Philadelphia for a starting position. But yeah, definitely. Same category.
Yep. But
nobody wanted our backup. You know that? Nobody wanted them. He released them. He kind of sat out there.
We didn't want him. Are you kidding me?
We boomeranged his ass. It's like it still came back, and he did an amazing job. So, I mean, I love the fact that he was running this offense. Will Greer, I mean, that's a distant memory, right?
Yeah, that's where most Cowboy fans are like, well, start Will Greer. He can run around better than Cooper Rush can. Why are we keeping that guy?
I was a little bit more
this game right now, is that the third interception tonight? David Morrison.
I keep looking.
It's not good.
Expect the score.
This is just ugly. And, this is where the Chargers have a chance to, they win, they're in the playoffs.
No, he didn't make that interception, did he? He didn't get that second foot in bounds. No way, he didn't get that second foot down. I think that second foot went out of bounds. Really? Okay, we're gonna see this.
No, I think
it's out.
Does the shin count though?
Yeah, it's out.
Because his shin is down.
Look, I thought. Well, if the shin hits, maybe, but I didn't see that. I thought
the foot and the shin. No, look at. I don't know if a shin counts as a foot or not, but his first foot does.
It counts. Like if you get a foot in the shin.
And now his shin and his knee his other knee is down in bounds.
One, boom, yeah. Holy
the
cow!
The knee is in bounds. Yeah,
but you don't have to do the 2 times. You don't have to be together. Like it doesn't have to.
He touched with his foot, then he touched with his knee.
Yeah, I don't know how that works.
Oh yeah, that's the same foot though.
Yeah. That's what I'm.
As long as your shin's down, it doesn't matter. That's a catch.
I mean, that's a college shin catch. Right?
I don't know about that.
I don't know. That's
Nick Foles is a shell of a. Remember when people said we need to go get Nick Foles?
You only need one butt cheek to get it. So I mean, why wouldn't you need one?
It's the system.
One knee is 2 feet.
Nick,
I feel bad for the Colts.
That makes sense. The shin. That's more my.
Yeah, Nick runs the read option, people. So,
so
that's
Thomas,
where he's.
One shin equals 2 feet. It makes sense. I mean,
the thing is, it's funny because Nick Foles had basically, was it his second year or his rookie year that was really, really good, and then in relief of Carson Wentz twice. Other than that, the rest of his career was terrible.
Yeah,
he was He was a typical journeyman quarterback that just got hot with the right team.
Hey man,
for
if you can leave the NFL and then go back to a city and get free drinks at a bar, I think you're successful.
I'm not saying he's not successful, but that was a case of this goes back to where everybody figures that Nick. Oh my God, we need to go get Nick Foles, and it's just like no. This is a perfect example of where you understand it is a team sport. Because if it was all about Nick Foles, then he should have been winning everywhere he went, but he couldn't get on the field in Chicago. Was it Chicago?
So I had a lot, for example, like
Chicago, yeah,
Chicago and
Jason Renfro,
Rams.
he's in the hopper.
Jason Renfro, what's up? Got you there, buddy. You're in the drawing for our Dak Prescott 50,000 drawing autograph piece. Today we hit 50,000 subscribers. I can't believe that shit. And we went live in the workshop watching it. It was cool.
Marcus Blackman Sr. says, I still can't believe Randy Gregory chose weed over the Cowboys. And he's and if he smokes, like he's very violent for a guy that smokes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, did you see that?
Thank you, Rhonda. Yeah, you know, I hate to say that, you know, God, and eat crow for all the things that we said. Remember when we said in the beginning of the year that, you know, CeeDee Lamb's not a number one?
I liking that. We wanted to see him mature, man. He is definitely, he's done that, man. He's blown
up, right?
You know, I don't know about you guys, but last night, didn't you think that the coach of the Eagles was like really quiet? He was very calm, like going into the game.
You missed a day, didn't you? You mean 2 nights ago?
2 nights ago.
Yeah.
You keep saying last night.
He's like,
I was like, were you hanging out in the bar with him or something?
I'm on the.
He had the 48 out. Yeah.
And no, I've had nonstop here. But yeah, when we beat them, he was very quiet, and he went up to, when he did the handshake,
McCarthy, yeah.
He was like, "You guys are a great team. We'll see you again."
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it came out everything that he did after the first game that he won.
Mm-hmm.
You know that he said, "How about them Cowboys?"
Mm-hmm.
Supposedly
How about those Eagles,
on the field, like Cowboys players heard him say, "F the Cowboys, F the Cowboys," and that's coming from the coach.
That's Bush League shit.
But now he's Mr. Nicey Nice. He's telling Mike McCarthy to his face that you guys are a great team. Look, we'll see you again. Yeah, we will see you again, hopefully. Now the whole thing as well, if Dallas makes it that far.
Have you guys make it? How about that too?
If we don't choke. It's like I just thought he must have knew something because he was awful quiet. You didn't see him.
Wrong.
He was being extra cautious. He must have knew his team was going to come up short.
Well, I mean, I poke at the same thing. I mean, when that whole the Colts victory thing, and he jumped down, that's for Frank Wright, and dude, where was all that prior to the game about how you're going to beat the Colts because you're going to represent Frank Wright? Like, where was all that prior? It's easy to jump 1 second afterwards, and then it's just a blur. Like when he said that, going, "Oh, how about them Eagles?" It was like a moment before he went into that locker room. Like he wouldn't have to face the camera afterwards. So I mean, take it what you will. I mean, I look at his first year and the whole T-shirt.
A bug the whole game.
Yeah, it's a little different of a face. I mean, and when you saw, I think when they went up by 10 that second time, they were celebrating on that side like that was it. That they were doing it. Like it was.
Yeah,
it was
there's
happening.
one dude who's jacked on the sideline. He's always standing near the coach, and he was like, "Yeah."
And they had that smile like that. It was it. That was it. And I was like, okay.
Get off the
Mr.
Royce.
Cowboy, welcome to being a super fan. Oh, shit. Shout out to Mr. Cowboy on the community tab. There's a link to the Thrive site, which will get you registered so I can send you your shot glass and your stress football for becoming a channel member. Shout out to you. We got so much.
Let me grab my stress football so I can.
Man, we got. I tell you what, are you back to work tomorrow? Because we got a stack of shit that's going out tomorrow there, Brian.
Yeah, I work Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, then I'm off for a while.
Let me say from the bottom of my heart, thank every single one of you guys who were there.
Mark, this is what you get.
There you go. Yeah, that and a shot glass because the Cowboys and Dak Prescott make you drink.
I can't tell you how many times I'm sitting there when you're working this puppy. So, and then I have pretty much all your shot glass.
Pause. Okay, so we're eating crow on the CeeDee Lamb not being a number one. Sheila Neal, what's up, Sheila? We're eating crow on the Randy Gregory because people kept saying we don't want to win because we ended up letting Randy Gregory go.
The young guy stepping up as well. I mean, a lot of young guys stepping up. That's what I like.
How'd you like to have spent $75 million for Randy Gregory and have 2 sacks and another boneheaded,
Yeah, and then
penalty.
He punched a guy.
Yeah.
Listen, man, I thought weed's supposed to calm you down.
And it's legal in Denver.
Come on. Calm down,
so we were wrong on that one.
Yeah.
Jason Renfro, shout out to you on that one.
All right. He's stuffing the box.
Did T.Y. Hilton finally put the nail in the coffin of Odell Beckham Jr. being a Dallas Cowboy?
Yeah, it's done.
Probably for the moment, but I don't
Well,
see
he
it
said
being
he'll revisit it next year, but
in the offseason or whatever. But
we'll see.
maybe he doesn't sign somewhere for a 1-year contract in
Who
this,
knows?
And then
Speaking of next year, can we please sign CeeDee Lamb this offseason? Can we not let him get to his 5th year?
Mm-hmm.
That's
and
right.
Diggs and
This is his
right?
3rd or 4th year.
Diggs, this is his 3rd year.
So he's got
in
two.
general both of them.
You could
CeeDee's
could
got
end up
two more,
taking
right?
you could make him the 5th year option. But here's the thing, I don't think you'd better get that done sooner than later because it's going to cost you that much
get
more.
him the money now. That's what I'm saying. And you'll have that much more time to spread it, and you might get him a little cheaper than if you wait till he's a friggin' exclusive rights free agent. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
So,
Well, here's what's interesting about T.Y. T.Y., said he wanted to spend time watching his kids and play football and everything
he got
else.
beat up for that comment too.
But you know what? I can't say I blame him because, you never get that time back. And doing what basically Odell Beckham Jr. is doing, but he is, I got him right here, but he's in better shape. He said, I've been running and staying in shape. It's not, he said, you can think that I'm not in shape and all that, but, basically fuck around and find out.
Think about it, Mark. He's been going. How long has his career been?
He's 33 years old.
So he's had a
He only played 13 plays.
Like training camp. I mean, everybody gave him a hard time. Oh, it sounded like
Well, I mean, even
that he wanted to be home with his family. Yeah, what's wrong with that?
Mm-hmm.
I think I was
Gronk. He's talking about coming back.
Yeah, he called Tampa back. That's a scary thought. Now the question is
not Tampa. Tom is gone.
Huh? No. He actually called Tampa Bay a few weeks ago, apparently, to kind of say, hey, I might be available. That would be what would scare the hell out of me if he came back, because that's what Tom Brady is missing is that tight end. I don't know how much he's got left at this point, but still.
Tom's missing wide open people at times.
Well, that's true, too, but Tom Brady, as ugly as the game was, he got his shit together in overtime. Granted, it was the Cardinals with whoever that was at quarterback, but and I will say, if we end up playing them in the first round of playoffs and we lose to them, that could be the end of Mike McCarthy.
Jump back on the
I was going to say
Hilton.
Get the T.Y.
I think to me,
I
love the 3rd and 30 play. Obviously, everybody's very jumped on it. I was very impressed with the first play he made that nobody really talked about. It's a 4th and 8. We're going down to try to get a score in. We're going for it on 4th down, and then all of a sudden he does a veteran move instead of where maybe Noah Brown or somebody that's going. He'll try to go around that corner to try to get through it. Mm-hmm. No, he went straight through Slay and allowed him to get the some interference in there. Not a pass interference, but it was just
right.
Illegal contact.
Illegal contact. Thank
you. He had to.
It was a veteran play. It was very smart to do. It drawed the flag. It got us the first down. It kept the drive moving. We scored a touchdown. That was a big play as well too. And on another big play later on, obviously that was huge. Now. Mm-hmm. T.Y. Hilton is averaging over 50 yards a catch for the Cowboys. So I think we need to ride that train. No.
Ride the money train. Yeah. I'm going to ride a train. Night.
But no, and then there's some people bringing up, obviously, Deron Bland.
It really is. This is, you think the Chargers, okay, this is your, let's get into the playoffs. This is and they just hit the kicker. The kicker just went down. I don't know if they'll throw a flag or not.
They just hit the kicker.
And then there's another. This is about this. Look, Dustin Carruthers. We got another one.
You're talking about Deron Bland.
No, man, I'm very impressed.
Yeah, man.
That's like finding a diamond in the rough. Another one, it's like.
Talk about a ball hawk, man.
Yeah, like he has a very short-term memory where he's like,
hey,
I gave up a play. He gave up a touchdown that obviously I thought with that touchdown there was a little bit of motion in the sense of a false start. I thought by A.J. Brown when he kind of came in motion, he stepped forward, he kind of juked. and they didn't call it. And then all of a sudden the touchdown, I was like, oh, okay. But I mean, the next drive, he comes back and he gets the interception. I mean, that was huge. So that was that short-term memory. And, how can you not put him, even though he's not been playing, all season, he's not been that guy or a high draft pick. How can he not be in the conversation for at least defensive rookie of the year? He at least needs to be into the conversation. I mean, yeah, he's not, but he's stepping into a role where he needs to step up, and he's doing a great job. I think there's an argument there.
The funny thing is, as you go through and you listen to people talking about, Gardner Minshew, all these turnovers, that interception was not on Gardner Minshew. That was the defender took the ball away from him. That's like the Dak Prescott, Noah Brown interception. Sometimes some of these things, quarterback gets blamed for shit that's not his fault. Bland just made one hell of a play to say, that ball is mine. That was a nice pass. That was on the money.
Them boy Kicks wants to know how much for the Dak pitcher.
The Dak pitcher? That one we are giving away because that one is one of a kind, because that happened when we hit 50,000.
Oh, okay.
And so
normally 39, right? 39.99.
Yeah, that's what I normally do. This one, and I'll show you guys on the back of it. It's autographed. Oh, let me turn it the right way. From the 50,000 sub stream. Keep spreading the mojo.
That's cool.
So that one is what I'm going to give away tonight for the
Alan Williams. Mark, where's Michael Anthony Fitness?
Oh, he's around.
Yeah.
He's probably he's
wandering
around. We got Gino will be coming down next week, so he's trying to get everything ready and all that.
You gonna have New Year's at your house?
No, he's going to be up at her house, but then he's going to be bringing her back down because
we'll be. New Year's?
We'll just be home. We'll be home with a few people over. You want to come down?
I don't know. I might come down for New Year's, man.
I might do a little live stream at midnight to, bring in the new year and stuff like that. But other than that, no, nothing.
I'm off.
Nothing
Like
major.
I said, I'm off.
I stay home, man. I'm staying out the streets, away from all the crazy people and stuff.
Yeah.
But
I don't go out anymore.
No. And I don't drink that much anymore either. I mean, I'll drink a few shots on Sunday.
Same.
But that's about it for me drinking. Some of these people, that we had a friend that came over, man, and they bring in like a half-gallon bottle of vodka and stuff. And
be careful them leaving your house.
It's just like, dude, man, you got to buy a half-gallon of that shit. It's like, I'm glad you're not driving.
Yeah, right. Some people need it to watch the Cowboys anymore.
Oh no, that wasn't. Look, he wasn't even a Cowboy fan. He was just, some friends came over.
Maybe he had to come over because deal with all you guys. So how was the big sub? I did see it.
Oh my God, the steak and cheese sub was so good. Damn, that thing was good, man. Nice, it was good and juicy. The meat was marinated nice.
What'd you do with the extra bread?
The extra bread, actually, I cooked extra meat. I cooked extra meat. And see, my brother-in-law loves, whenever we have some sub left over and we get on to Waynesboro, it's like I always take him some. So I kept the extra sub, put that in the fridge, and I cooked some extra meat and stuff on it. So that way he can have one of the big subs with him. Yeah, we spread it around now. It was nice that they gave me like 4.5 feet of sub.
That's crazy.
That sucker was so big. It's like, damn, I wish I had more people
Jason
come over.
Redfro. Want to see T.Y. Hilton on the field more. We need them boys. Yeah, I agree, man. If you see, what game was I watching? But anyway, but the bottom line is you need speed on the outside. He's literally the only guy. What are you going to do? Are you going to... You have CD coming over the middle, or if you have CD on one side,
Too,
what are you going to do? I want to see Turpin. I want to see TY. I want to see CD work in the middle. Go ahead, stop that. I'm going to see.
Yeah, there's a lot of argument, but where CD has, CD's been a slot. He's not number one. Don't argue. Don't try to put those together. That doesn't go together. Okay, just because he's not on the outside doesn't. I mean, look at a guy. Again, putting him in different categories, but like a Cooper Kupp, and they don't keep him just on the outside. He moves all around.
Queen Bella said I should have sent the sub to the Eagles. Here you go. Here's a real steak and cheese, you losers.
I didn't involve the cheese because of what you guys had. Yeah,
I tell you what, I wouldn't mind seeing. I wouldn't mind seeing T.Y. Hilton on one side, C.D. Lamb on the other, and 12 personnel. With, you know, Jake Ferguson and Dalton Schultz out there. And, you know, are we running or passing it?
Right.
And have Tony Pollard and have Tony Pollard in the backfield, and then all of a sudden motion him out of the backfield. Okay, so now let that be your 5 wides.
We got to find a way to keep Tony Pollard and Zeke. We got to find a way to keep them both. They are perfect together.
The amazing thing is those two guys were irrelevant in that game. That game was Dak. I'm sorry. You can say what you want to. But that game was all. It was. We were living and dying with Dak Prescott on that one.
Tony caught some nice balls out of the back.
But that's how it should be. I mean, it should be the run first. Oh, you're not getting the run. The running's not going. Yeah. Now we rely on Dak, not just we're gonna just again. Let's jump on the. We mentioned it on our broadcast, but let's jump on the fact that this defense makes a turnover, and then Kellen Moore whips out from his bag of tricks a reverse flickering shenanigans, basically to lose 10 yards, and just like, man, it was not shocking. I would like to know the statistics of when he whips those out after a turnover. It just seems very, seems like 60 or 70% of the time that's when he's also whipping one of those plays out.
Oh God,
yeah. I hated that play.
It's like, why? It's like, Kellen, no. It's like.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
I mean, it's like, why? You pull those things out when you feel you have no hope of beating them straight up. To me, okay. Oh God, I'd like to know the success rate of his trick plays.
That Boise State won a national, some kind of championship, some bowl game with nothing but trick plays at the end. You ever watch it? It's just like Statue of Liberty play, the hook and ladder. I mean, they are whipping it out. All of these, and they're all successful, and you just look at Kellen Moore, that whole Boise State whole thing, and you're just like, yep, that's where it's coming from as well.
Literally, I don't know that we've had one of those work this year. Now, I know that was a flea flicker, and that was a great play by Avonte Maddox, but obviously, whatever the defense is looking at, they're identifying.
They probably watched Boise State film. It's like, let's just get the roll of all Boise State trick plays. Okay?
Oh my God, they're just, dude.
Oh Lordy.
I mean, think about the Boise State guys that we have. I mean, we lost Cedric Wilson. Don't think we might get him back, but we got DeMarcus Lawrence's at Boise, Vander Esch's Boise. Kellen Moore's Boise.
Sugar Daddy. I didn't say much. Just served 40 burger. It's awful quiet in here with the Eagles.
I don't see anybody. What's the matter?
I tell you what was insane during the game, when Dak Prescott threw the pick six, there was 1,800 people in the chat. 1,800 people. It was just like, boom. When the Cowboys started coming back, it went down to about 1,100.
Yeah, they don't want to hear that anymore.
That was all. It's just like, so there's the troll.
When they got back up by 10, when they got back up by 10.
They were back.
All the time. You got to talk. You got to walk.
That's
why 3,500 is cool, because they'll walk the walk. Not everybody has the stones to do that, and clearly a lot of people that troll you on game day don't want to do it.
There's Richie MC. Shout out to Richie, man.
Richie's been here. I mean,
Richie.
Not all of them.
And Kildolphi's been around a little bit.
99% of them. It's a shame because the Eagles are a real good team, but guess what?
But any of those things,
any given day.
Both of these teams now need to go, okay, well, that was a great game. Boom. Now put that behind them, because you got to look forward, man. There's a lot of problems with both teams.
Thank you, James.
They got injuries that they need to overcome, and they got, they got people in front of them that they need to take care of before we're even thinking about a possible round 3 kind of situation. I mean, you still got, a great defense in San Francisco. I don't know who they're going to end up playing.
Jason Renfro.
You got, obviously if Brady sneaks in there, I guess he's always somewhat of a threat. Especially since we cannot, we haven't been able to beat them.
Yeah, that's going to be a mental game right there.
Yeah. So, I mean, there's definitely a lot. I mean, everybody's with that Minnesota, but they can turn it on at times. They still are capable of beating you. So, I mean, there's definitely some teams in here that are making it. Of course, the NFC East, knowing you, Washington, New York Giants, they know you. So, it's always a harder game than it's supposed to be,
Could you imagine, though, if it were that all 4 of our teams were in the playoffs?
I can't say I'm surprised either.
I mean, it probably
that quick of a turnaround, though. That quick of a turnaround where it was, where everybody's making fun of us. It's just funny. Everybody makes fun of us, but nobody makes fun of the NFC South too much.
I just sent you guys the TikTok. I know, Mark, it may bring back some bad memories, but when you get a chance, look at the offensive lineman's knee. They have a close up on his knee when he tears his ACL and MCL. It looks like, anyway.
Who are you talking about?
I sent you a text.
Yeah, I have to.
My son just sent it. He showed it to me, and I cringed.
Yep. I only need to see it once. Yeah.
Yeah.
I tell you, okay, that's not good.
Starting left tackle.
That's not good.
No.
I tell you what, I saw my knee go one time on film because I was running downfield, senior year in high school, running downfield outside contain on the punt. No, it was a perfect shot because I'm downfield. The press box is looking at the guy, the receiver. The ball goes through his hands and it's rolling towards me, and I am about to scoop it up for the run. And I'm leaning forward to get just about my fingers on the ball, and I got hit into my right shoulder with my left leg planted. And you just see my knee go like that. Perfect shot in the camera. It goes about 90 degrees. And I saw that one time. I was like, I don't need to see it again. I don't need to see it again.
Yeah. Well, I just that was just unbelievable. He's done.
He's done, yeah.
That was her left tackle.
Now, back to things that people said that, we were stupid for. Poor Lyle Collins. I'm not sure how much career Lyle Collins is going to have left between the hip injury he had before. It's an ACL and MCL tear.
Wow, we got a score finally. Hey.
I didn't get to see that.
His knee is blown.
Oh,
yeah, it's a shame.
And that's where you sit here, look,
I'm glad he got the money,
He got the money. He definitely got the money. Think about Chase Young just got back on the field. It has been a whole year. So, when you start thinking about Odell coming back from a botched knee, having the resurgery, he probably wouldn't have played if he wanted to. So that's where they're kind of like
up in the hype. But I blame Dallas. Dallas is running their mouth and getting all of us. Oh, okay, yeah, he must be doing good. Yeah. No.
I think that was kind of a distraction, though. That kind of, we kind of lost focus there with the Texans, and then of course with and the Jags. That was all during the time of Odell Beckham Jr. Hyping everything
else.
Minnesota
game though, that worked out. But yeah, I understand. I know.
Okay, I'd like to point it. I'd like to point the blame on Odell. Okay, can I do that?
I know.
But I don't know. But
I hear you.
But, you don't know if this was the Cowboys were just motivated to really play and they were looking past Jacksonville to this game.
Wow.
Or Jacksonville is playing ball right now, though, too.
So I saw this and I jumped on this real quickly because somebody was like, somebody popped on there. It was like, well, Dallas ends up losing last moment to a second-year quarterback. And it's just like when you just phrase it like that, it's just like, well, let's see, a second-year quarterback that is getting a system is amazing. Won national championships, won national titles, and
number one pick
championships in high school and stuff like that. Yeah. Don't put all that together. He's not just a typical second-year guy. This is a guy that was a top pick of the draft. Again, not a whole lot of weapons, so that's why you can understand where he's been struggling. But now that he's understanding that offense, he's definitely pushing that ball, and I mean, he definitely has the ability to bring a championship to whoever he kind of plays for, but you need to build the team around him. And I mean, Jacksonville definitely lost a lot of pieces, but you can see that he's definitely elevated that team higher than what it should be.
Without a doubt,
yeah. I mean, it's definitely him. It's like, I'm not going to put it on.
He's finally fulfilling the hype that was there for him.
Yeah. And I mean, it's hard to, and let's be real. It's like, it's hard to, like, when I think I brought this up before, but like when they were talking about him, they were like, oh, he's going into the NFL and he hasn't lost a game. And he doesn't, in the sense of, Clemson and then high school. And I'm like, well, you better get used to it, man. You're going to Jacksonville where, there's a reason why you're the first pick of the draft. And at that point, I think Jacksonville was losing all these guys because the front office son was talking trash, and then the guys wanted to just dip out of there. Campbell and all those guys.
Yeah. Now, also too, you got to look at Doug Peterson.
Remember,
Doug Peterson. Listen, Doug Peterson was winning with Carson Wentz, and then took Nick Foles to the Super Bowl. You know, that is a really good coach right there. And so him going to Jacksonville, I think he's made all the difference in the world. And you can't say that he doesn't know the Dallas Cowboys personnel from, being with the Eagles all the years that he was.
Yeah. Doug Peterson, like I told Phil on our live the other day, our preview, he probably should still be coaching the Eagles. It's the only coach to ever, give them
Jimmy Johnson. Jimmy Johnson, come on, man. We have our own guy, too, that we should have kept.
That was a Jimmy and Jerry cat fight. Yeah, they got spoiled, But I mean, don't get me wrong, they're doing great now. But
still, I don't know, not good enough where you can't put him in the Ring of Honor. I mean, that needs to happen. I think I'm with a lot of Cowboy fans.
Whatever, I've given up on that. It'll happen posthumously. They'll both probably be dead by the time he goes in. Sorry, I'm not trying to.
Can I tell you guys about something that kind of gave me a chill today? Right after
weather outside, man.
No. This was right after watching. I was watching your stream while I was getting set up down here and stuff, getting the Zoom link and things going.
Oh, my
through.
graphics gotcha. Okay.
No. This was crazy because I went over. I got all these different screens of stuff open and things. So I've got YouTube over here and studio there and this, that, and the other. And I went. And I was closing some of the windows and stuff. And when you're on YouTube and you're watching a video, it has like the player there, so it'll go back to that video that you've been watching, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There was a video of Stuart Morrison wishing a happy birthday to Tracy, which her birthday's December.
Wow.
And doing a pick segment. The thing is I was not watching it to be in my player.
Yeah.
So it was down in the bottom corner there, and he's doing the pick segment for that December 5th week of last year. And it was just, it actually brought tears to my eyes, realizing, of course, that Stewart's not here. But I still don't know how that was in the media player, because in the media player, it's a video you're watching. It's not that you had a video that played on. I didn't click on it. It was just there.
That's crazy. Absolutely crazy.
Sometimes the season doesn't make sense unless I.
Well, that's still on the table. I'm not gonna, that's still on the table. One of his last dying wishes. So, until it's not on the table anymore, it's on the table. So, winning it all. But I saw a post where Stewart's family had a big picture at the house that we were at. And that this will be the last Christmas at that house. So I guess they're putting it on the market.
Oh, man. Well,
it was nice seeing the pictures. The house looks nice.
Yeah. It's a lot of house for just his mom. And she lived alone. And, it was just him and Stewart and her. And I'm glad that we.
In this market, that would be the best thing for them.
Yeah, before it gets any worse. But and she'll probably live with her daughter, and that would that would be helpful for a good retirement for her. And so, when Stewart said, "Take care of the house for Mama," taking care of the house and making it easier for them to be able to sell is still taking care of Mama.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
But that was so emotional in there. But when I saw it today, it was just like it just brought
crazy.
Tears to my eyes, man.
Just another reminder. Wow.
And that's where I look at the season. Its season still does not make any sense. So many of the bargain basement free agents that we got have worked out. I mean, honestly, think about this. Re-signing Cooper Rush or trading for Russell Wilson? Who would have said that would have been a bigger move for the Cowboys than it was Denver getting Russell Wilson?
Yeah.
Dorrance Armstrong for $6 million a year versus Randy Gregory.
Yeah, it never would have been not even a thought of a conversation.
Yeah,
Tyron Smith goes out, hamstring pulled off the bone, and you got a rookie draft pick, Tyler Smith, that's not Chaz Green.
We talked about it.
All of these things don't make any sense whatsoever.
Yeah, losing Jordan Lewis and then Anthony Brown and Deron Bland.
And Deron Bland.
Yeah.
I just think you can kind of tie them all into Will McClay as well.
Fifth round draft pick who was not invited to the NFL Combine that they drafted anyway in the first round. Unheard of. And the fact that I was telling Phil on our live, he's got 5 interceptions this year.
Mm-hmm.
He's number 2 in the league. All 5 of his interceptions are when he's playing one-on-one with no other help.
Oh, damn!
Okay, I like this.
Oh, my God!
I like this. I like that reaction.
NFL Crunch Course.
Holy
it's like, okay, now you're going to see that? The accident. No, I haven't seen it yet. That's why I'm like, I see a mask being ripped off, but...
Damn!
There's a head rolling on the turf.
That was... Oh, my God.
But I haven't seen this one. I haven't seen the next one. Here we go. Is it old NFL style?
Backs are split.
He
drops back.
That was old school. Look, that would have been a hard hit for old school hits.
Here we go.
Holy moly!
God, that's a flag.
Oh yeah, they flew his flag on that.
Yeah. Oh, dude, he hit him with his forearm to the helmet, upper.
No, that was helmet to helmet there.
Was it helmet to
Derwin
helmet?
James.
I didn't see the replay.
Holy moly! That was he lowered the helmet right into the ear hole.
He's saying it was his shoulder.
Shit.
Get in the tent.
No. No. He lowered the head and got the head in there.
All right, I'm about to see it.
You still haven't seen it
yet? The first time, Phil?
No, not yet.
Shit.
Here we go. Boom! Oh my God!
Now Derwin James just went under the tent. That was crazy.
Oh yeah.
Bam.
Man.
That was.
That's how people get paralyzed.
He hit the shoulder first,
neck, but that's his head.
Oh my goodness!
Did they eject him?
He lowered his head. That's his problem.
That's the problem. He lowered his head. He went through the shoulder pad and got him right in the ear hole. And I'm going to tell you,
as well. Like, oh my God!
I'm going to tell you, I had a guy, Adam Burkett, in practice who hit me in the ear hole. He hit me in the ear hole and literally launched me. He launched me across the field. And I remember Coach Jones, when I came to, standing over me. And, you always used to see in the cartoons with the stars spinning around. I literally saw the stars spinning around. God. Oh, my God. And the blue dots. That's one of those feelings that you do not want.
Yeah.
Hey, Aisha Robinson, what's up? Thomas Garrett, what's up? Paula Bettis, what's up, Paula?
Thomas Garrett.
Paula.
Big week on Thursday. They're wearing their white out. Wearing their all white unis with a white helmet. They're
Paula?
Color rush.
Paula, I know it's probably too late because your sister's probably salty, but it would have been great to see a picture of you and your sister. See, Paula ordered All I Want for Christmas is to beat the shit out of the Cowboys, and she ordered the reverse of that for her sister who's an Eagle fan. And I would have loved to have seen the two of them side by side before the game and after the game.
Derwin James was disqualified from the game.
Yeah, they ejected his ass for that.
Yeah, I didn't see that. Yeah.
And they put my man's going to the locker room right now too.
I'll be like, I'll see you next practice, coach.
Oh boy, that was a hell of a hit, Mr. Cowboy.
Yeah, you say his name like Beetlejuice enough times, he comes running.
But he's getting. You see, he's losing some of that energy. He only has 10 emojis this time. Usually he's got like 50.
He's always welcome. I'm messing.
Blue Virus, what's up, Blue Virus, man? How you doing, buddy?
That's one.
Pat Thompson, definitely salty. Rowdy, Mr. Rowdy Barnes, what's up, Mr. Rowdy Barnes and Stacy Schubert. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to give away here, if we can make it to halftime. We're going to give away the protected by fuck around and find out security or surveillance.
That's the same one that Randy got?
Yeah.
Same look and everything?
Same look, except the lettering on top is in red instead of all in black. Okay. So the protected by is bright, so you see that. Okay, the Colts are on the board, 3-7. And Nick Foles, the return of the Mac. The Reaper. Mark Holmes, that pick from Amari Cooper. picked Deron Bland. Is that who we picked? Was it Amari Cooper pick?
I don't know. Is it?
If it is, then all of a sudden you say Jerry Jones is a genius.
I want to say that's what's true. I want to say that's true.
Hold up.
Yeah, because I remember seeing somebody say,
shit.
"Yeah."
Okay, all right. Things we were wrong about.
Yeah. Things we were wrong.
Things we were wrong about for this season.
Number 8.
Okay, but I thought it was Matt Lewinsky.
Oh no, I want to say it was Bland, but I'm not.
I don't know. I don't know. I think it was the offensive tackle myself. I think Bland was the comp pick, but I don't know. That's me wanting it to be the comp pick.
I mean, we had like 5 fifth-round picks, so it was like, which one was it? I don't know. Like,
Mark's gonna tell us in a minute.
Let's see.
He's pulling up the.
Question is, can you figure out which was
whip these out?
Let me clear my throat.
Let's see.
Yeah, Curse had a big game.
So, we had a lot of 5th round picks. Now the question is which one. So pick number 12 was 5th round pick was Matt Lewinsky, 155. Deron Bland was 167, which was the second 5th round pick.
The comp. Yeah.
And then I thought the comps at the end of the rounds.
Yeah.
Okay.
The comps are at the end because we had John Ridgway was 178. I think that was the comp. And Damone Clark was 176.
Shout out to Damone Clark.
So I don't know what. How do I find that one?
So the ones that were 171 and 176 were, great picks. Deron Bland.
Yeah, we got to.
Damone Clark.
We got plenty of time to talk draft, but we got. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. We're gonna have to get together with Mark and.
I'm not that. I would love to be able to get with you guys on that because I am not that college
gonna
go. Wait, where's the draft this year?
I'm not sure where it's at. It's going to be right here on YouTube. Come check us out. But yeah, I'm not positive where the draft is. Let me look.
Let's see. It said 5th rounder, but I don't know which 5th rounder it was of theirs.
I think you're right. I think. Let's go with the Kansas City. Is where the draft's going to take place. In the iconic area around Union Station, the National World War I Museum and Memorial. So Randy Stites will probably be at the draft. Yes, Thomas Gary. Good call. Rowdy Barnes. How do I send my photo with my shot glass?
You can email me to Cowboys Mark 94 Gmail.
That's pretty bad when I know.
Let's see the Drowns. Okay. Still trying to find it.
Stress ball. Here we go. This is what you get. Stress ball. Yeah, this is what I was talking about, Phil. Here. Let me show you. This is what...
See, I can't find out what one was theirs.
There you go,
Phil. It just says 5th round pick swap, but it does not say which one.
That's Mark's
nice
business card.
On the back, it's got all of his. So at the tailgates, he hands them out. To,
yeah, he was trying to give me some ideas.
That's what. Yeah.
Let me see. Let me go through the draft tracker. Maybe
that's what I was going to do too, man.
Because now it's bugging the shit out of me. It says it doesn't say. Okay, that's the NFL site, so that doesn't have.
Shout out Alan Williams, Philadelphia Underdogs your fans know that Sirianni hasn't beaten Dak yet. Yeah, people forget Dak is now 8-3 lifetime against the Eagles.
Yep.
So
Yeah, it just doesn't want to.
And like 17-1 in recent
own
history.
you, like
You
by
almost
the
have to
numbers.
find like a one of the those broadcasts that was the ESPN one of that. We're like, oh, this was the one that came from the Cowboys or the trade.
It's not in Pro Football Reference. It's not. They don't have it in. I cannot find it to save my life, but that would be an interesting thing to find out. Which one? I mean, we had so many damn ones. Fives. It's not even crazy. Nobody has where the picks were swapped.
The Cowboys traded Cooper and his costly contract to the Cleveland Browns for 2 fifth-round picks and a swap of a sixth. The picks resulted in offensive lineman Matt Willetsko, linebacker Devin Harper for Dallas, with Cleveland taking wide receiver Mike Woods.
Devin Harper?
Comp pick. Yeah, Devin Harper.
Sixth round. Okay, sorry. I was thinking fifth round pick. Okay. All right, so it was not Deron Bland.
It was 2 fifths, but not in the same year.
Yeah. So I was right. It was Matt Lewinsky. Okay. All right.
So not a good trade.
Well, we'll find out down the road.
So far, not a good
trade. Listen, who knows about Matt Lewinsky? He was looking actually very good. He was looking surprisingly good because with his frame, he didn't look like a guy. With his frame, he was tall, kind of muscular, not meaty. Yeah. But yeah, he had a great training camp.
There's Rowdy right there. Yeah, Rowdy's not going to go too far.
Usually the O-line's first year, you know how they are. You just have to kind of go through those growing pains.
Yeah.
It sucks that he got hurt, right? So it's like...
Hey, Mark, have you heard from Rio lately?
I have not. I have been, I sent
man, how do you just stop?
His phone number is not connected.
He's
not answering Twitter. He has not posted a video. Somebody said that he said you'll see him after the new year.
Interesting.
I don't know.
Speculate, so we'll leave it at that.
The last video he put up was 2 weeks ago.
As long as he's healthy, so
yeah.
You can get everything else back. Your health is the main thing.
I found it so fast on Google. The picks resulted in offensive lineman Matt Lewinsky and linebacker Devin Harper.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Bland is doing fantastic for us because that's we've had so many guys that we never expected to actually have to play that have actually played valuable minutes for us.
It's one of those things, though. It's still worked out because the more bullets you have for the draft, you draft better. And that's why you end up with a guy like a Deron Bland. Yeah. You would never have maybe taken him if you only had 1 fifth-round pick. You know what I mean? But since they had so many, you were able to get a guy like that. He was going to go drafted.
Loyal Cowboy. Cowboys Crunk is actually going to school to be a referee. He's actually doing college football and working his way into the pros. So maybe we'll actually have somebody on our side. Maybe. Just thinking we still had Cooper. Well, here's an interesting thing. It's kind of like they said that Kansas City was going to go down the toilet without Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, look at that.
If you check this out. Right now, we're only 0.9 points less than we were last year with Amari Cooper, knowing that we had Cooper Rush play 5 games. Okay, think about that. We're only 0.8 of a point less than last year with Dak missing 5 games and without Amari Cooper.
Wow.
Yeah.
In a much tougher NFC, technically.
Just
look at our division.
Oh, without a doubt.
Look at Minnesota. Look at the Niners. Look at what the Eagles are doing. It's a tougher NFC as a whole. So,
Primetime Phil Blue Virus said you should teach me, Mark, how to do graphics so I can do a scoreboard.
He knows how to do a score.
No, he does.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Really?
You've done scoreboards.
For me, putting up the NFL feed up there, I don't have to. I just set it and forget it. That's all I gotta do. I don't have. I can actually embed in here with the software
This will be
a
Phil's
scoreboard.
last show.
Yeah, exactly.
It's gonna be game time.
Oh wow! Talk about sides. Oh wow!
I'm watching the
Like,
Verizon
I'm on two
commercial.
shows. Yeah, I'm on the commercials.
Okay, I'm going to shut up now.
No, you don't
ESPN
have to,
said
man.
we are
That's
7-1 versus winning teams, but I don't know. I've never looked. Well, okay. ESPN said we're 7-1 versus winning. Remember when they used to say that we couldn't?
I saw that. Now it's 8-1.
Okay, is it okay?
I don't know. I saw that a couple days ago.
We got 2 against the Giants, right? We've got 1 against the Commanders.
Here we go. Let's see if it works.
We got
it works for them.
The Eagles. We got Cincinnati. Who else do we have in there with a winning record? That's 5 right there.
Minnesota.
Well, I mean, I can go through it right now.
Well, we can go pull up the schedule.
I was watching the play finally.
But I appreciate the compliment, Blue Virus, man. I really do. You can ask Brian. I definitely work. I like to do that part of it. I like to just do something different. I think that's the biggest thing. I see different stuff. I kind of just jam it all together and try to figure it out. And then as you see it in the broadcast, man, it's definitely been some trial and error in the beginning.
Giants twice.
Does the Commanders have a winning record?
Yes, they got a winning record.
Yeah.
Eagles.
They're not the NFC South.
Lions.
Oh, the Lions are the Lions. Do they have a winning record right now?
I don't know.
I want to 7-9. I want to say they are.
Yeah,
I don't think they have a winning record yet.
The Bears, no.
No, they're 3 and.
Packers don't yet.
Stupid Packers sticking
around. I don't know. We got
Vikings, Giants, Jags, Eagles. So
we lost to the Jags.
7.
Definitely the Texans.
Lions don't have a winning record.
Let's put it this way. They used to say, well, Dak Prescott can't beat playoff teams or Dak Prescott can't beat winning teams. Well,
Lions at 7 and 8.
The look at it right now, it looks like maybe the Commanders are, the Giants may be, the Eagles are, Cincinnati is going to be a playoff team. So you've gotten some wins over some playoff teams already. So suck on that.
Got 2 words for you.
Dude, we have a harder, like we have the 12th hardest schedule,
as opposed to the Eagles 27th, or is it 24th now? Okay.
Right now we're 11 points behind the Eagles total points scored.
Right, and had
points given
our backup for 5 games.
Points given up, we are 5 points better than the Eagles, and that we're. How much do you score and how much do you give up?
See, here's the thing about...
We've given up 303. They've given up 308.
Here, Philadelphia, anything you say tonight, it's neglect. You can try to bring up all the stuff. Oh, they're back. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Anything you say, it doesn't matter right now.
Well, the biggest
one. Go to the next game.
Well, okay, so the biggest wins that you can say the Eagles had was against the Cowboys, backup quarterback, right? And Minnesota Vikings on Monday night.
Minnesota early in the year, yeah.
Other than that, I mean, does the Titans game count as? I mean, they scored 40 against the Titans.
I can tell you right now.
Well, they scored 40 against the Titans, but the Titans are on a 5-game lose streak.
All right, yeah, they started out the year. They beat the Lions on the last second, 38-35.
Right.
They beat Minnesota 24-7.
Mm-hmm. How many did we score against Minnesota again? I'll wait.
24-7. We scored.
It takes me a minute to count them all.
40.
40 burger, I believe.
Commanders 24-8. I was over your house for that one.
Yep.
Jaguars 29-21. That was back to back where the score doesn't indicate how close it was. It's literally, it all fell apart. Remember, Eagles got that cheap touchdown against Washington at the end to make it look worse. 20-17 against the Cardinals.
Mm-hmm. Which is like, that's it?
They missed the field goal at the end to take it to overtime.
Right. The Colts.
They beat us 26-17.
How about that Colts game, 17-16?
Seattle. 35-13.
Oh,
I mean, not
I don't want to
Seattle.
talk about
Steelers.
my boys. It's like I don't want to talk about crap about them, but at the same time, it feels like we were right in that same pot until the defense kind of like the Colts kind of fell apart at the
Texans
end.
29-17, but that was a close game for a while. They lost to Washington. 17-16 Colts. Packers, they gave up 33 points to the Packers, but they won 40-33. Titans 35-10. I mean, they have a big margin. Giants 48-22. Bears 25 or 20. Yeah. 25.
Yeah, they barely beat. So this whole thing that if they act like if Jalen Hurts had played, they would have scored 50 points when they only scored 24 against the Bears. Right?
Yeah.
And so the biggest wins that they've had all season was Minnesota Vikings, Monday Night Football, and beating Cooper Rush and the Dallas Cowboys. There's no other teams in there that you look and say are great teams or even playoff teams. Unless you can count the Giants and Washington, but they lost to Washington in one game. So I look at that and say we've definitely been more battle-tested with less players. Now let's see how they go without their players.
That's what I mean. Let's see what happens.
It's all about getting people healthy. Anything in general at the right times. We definitely need that.
I've been saying that for a month. Yeah. Who's healthy when the playoffs start and who's playing good? That's what it's going to come down to.
Zay said, what you're doing now is pointless. Playoffs have nothing to do with these games. No, and Zay, it actually, how you're trending and going into the playoffs. If you're backing into the playoffs,
look at
how we were last year.
We suck going into the playoffs.
I don't think we're going to have that problem. I think we're going to take care of business on Thursday and give us our 12, right? And then we're going to play our backups next week, most likely.
That was our 12.
No,
11. That was 11.
Winner, hopefully we can still get a win. We can still.
Blue Virus wants to know when can he be a special guest on your channel.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, we got to definitely figure that out then.
I'm ashamed of 3 straight 40 burgers by Dak. I'd be ashamed of 3 straight. Okay.
He's talking about the ones that were like 41, 50 something, 50, right? And then 41. I don't know, something like that.
There you go, Reaper. The Giants were 9-7 going into the playoffs and got hot and won the Super Bowl. But you can actually say that the Rams and the 49ers both got hot, and actually the schedule that they played helped both of them, because the 49ers did not win their division, but they came and they bitch slapped us, and they bitch slapped Green Bay the next week, beat up.
Every team has a chance.
Yeah. So definitely. How you're playing towards the end and who's healthy, because it's really – at this point in the year, everybody is beat up. It's just like who is beat up the less that can still perform.
Well, we lost this guy. We're already way deep on our defensive backs, way deep on linemen.
Thank you, Clifford.
So
yeah, congrats, man.
And this is where somebody like T.Y. Hilton, who doesn't have that banging all over his body, once he gets used to playing full speed. Because you get winded playing football. Nothing trains you for it.
Impressive catch.
Yeah, he's got the hand still. So let him get his legs underneath him the next 2 weeks and going into the playoffs, man. He can help stretch that field big
time. If we take care of business, and let's say the Eagles win. Let's say Philadelphia, your squad gets the job done.
It's very possible. The Saints.
Have I been saying bitch slaps?
Saints are playing hard. Going to play hard because they are trying to make the playoffs. So you got to understand they're going to have that.
So let's say they win, okay? Then we start Cooper Rush, the last week, right? Or do we go with Dak for like a little bit? I think so.
I think it depends on the situation.
I think we
use it as a playoff game.
All the guys we need to rest. I don't think Micah plays that last week.
I like that too.
Yeah.
But
all the guys that are banged up. Yeah, got to play some guys.
Elston, you are 100% right. The media has just been basically saying, the Cowboys barely beat the Eagles with a backup quarterback playing and had to go down to the end. It's like, okay.
They did.
But it wasn't the same narrative on the other side.
But okay, so how about the Eagles when they played against this Colt team and were down for 59 minutes and only scored 17 points and to win the game. Only scored 17 points the whole game. What did we get, Sadie McCoy? Yeah. MVP, man. That's
you gave up 40 points to Dak because other than the Zeke touchdown at the goal line,
right,
where they brought in Jason Peters for his one snap to play tight end, which I love, on the left side.
Yeah.
Blew you guys 5 yards off the ball. He walked into the end zone. Other than that play, it was Dak carving you up all night.
Slicing and dicing. He pulled out the Ginsu on your ass.
Sliding around. That play that he didn't go down and got the ball to Gallup. Incredible. Okay? So.
But, you know the sad thing, though. Actually, when Dak has a bad play, one bad play, everybody kills him. Everybody is just like, like that Eagle troll that says, I'm happy that you're... Mark? Huh?
You know how hard that is to do that literally on the first few plays of the game?
It is hell.
And not just go in the tank. You're on national television. You're basically the game everybody's looking at. And then you turn around and just slice that team up for the rest of the night.
Mm-hmm.
He sliced and diced you, Philadelphia. But yeah, he does own you record-wise. Sorry.
Trying to see if I can find it.
You might also just call him, what's that? The fruit engine. He's slicing and dicing your ass up.
That was just an incredible
Dink
game.
and Dak is a turnover machine. Eastside Herald. Dink and Dak. There you go. There's highlights of Dink right there. You can stick Dink and Dak where the sun don't shine. Merry Christmas. Merry Grinchmas. I like those shoes.
No, they're finally halftime. Holy cow, man. That one dragged.
Actually, I didn't really notice the game as much as I'm going to be honest with you, okay? I just enjoy hanging out with you guys.
I appreciate that, man. Yeah, it's conversation makes it go quickly.
Well, especially with these horrible games. Jeez.
Sometimes when you're watching a constant drive, you're like,
one thing it's AFC. Yeah, but this is just crap. How about Carolina this week? My Lord.
Carolina versus Tampa Bay is a huge game.
I hope Carolina beats them.
I'm watching this highlight thing. I'm thinking of Chris Berman because
stumbling, bumbling.
I was listening with the Cowboy highlights, and he was just like, and it looks like the Cowboys reserved a room at the Hilton. It was like, bam! And I was like, I was like, nice.
I like that.
Still got it.
I don't see it because I could have sworn.
What are you looking for?
It was as soon as Dak threw that interception, I got a text message or those basically, I'm done with Dak, man. This bum and this just I was just like, yo, it's just.
I got a bunch of DMs. That's
oh
why
my God, it was just like, man, this is getting ugly, man. And and even still, even though we ended up winning the game, and everything. Same people are still focusing, man, he's a bum, man. That freaking interception, we got lucky on that one. It's like, you there's no way you'll give him any kind of credit whatsoever. Is that?
It all comes down to karma. You had Devontae Smith. He was going into the red kettle, pulling out all the gifts. Come on, man. That's for the homeless and the kids, the less fortunate. You going into the red kettle, taking our gifts,
taking out, yeah.
Come on, man.
They're taking those L's
karma,
out.
My man. You can't mess with karma.
Mm-hmm. There you go. Kelly Romero, what's happening? All right, so we're going to go ahead and give away our Protected by Fuck Around and Find Out. Excuse my language.
Bill, you gotta
and then early in the second half, we're going to give away. Let me say shout out to everybody, each and every one of you that are a subscriber to the channel. I originally started around 2012 on YouTube with my original channel, and it was lost at about 27,000 subscribers, and we had to start over. But it's been a long, steady climb to 50,000, and shout out to you. Cowboys Canada, Fuck around and find out is your sign. Cowboys Canada.
That doesn't seem nice for Canada.
I know that's not Canadian at all.
Right.
You know what, Cowboys Canada, he's 100% right. You guys are too nice for fuck around and find out. Yeah, y'all don't. Y'all are you even allowed to have guns? So what we'll do, Cowboys Canada, is you send me a picture and I will do whatever print that you want.
Annoy me and I'll give you an invitation or
right. See that's like somebody in Texas. Okay,
Mounties, right? Like the Redcoats, Canadian Mounties.
Eastside Herald, it's the same stuff on this channel. Same guy.
Love you
He's
too.
Like, I remember that channel. That channel was great. Not like this one. This was ass.
I remember the old channel.
Look, Cowboys Kid is cracking up. He's like, oh, yeah. Well, that's probably... My neighbors would be upset if they saw something like that.
Got a new sign.
Oh, man. Don't you know?
That's Fargo. It was close, though.
I tell you what, people in Minnesota and also in Green Bay, they always say, don't you know, all the time. You know, I was like... Yeah,
I was first introduced to it with Bobby's World as a kid.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Canadians end everything with A.
A, yeah.
A.
All right, so we'll do another one for the shout-out, the 50th. I still can't believe that. Because I look up and I see 50K, and it's just like, fuck, I can't believe that. Josh Norman's side back with Carolina. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I heard. Yeah.
You know, he's had Jobu wings.
Really?
Josh Norman's had Jobu wings because he was working. Really nice guy. In fact,
is that why his career hasn't been the same? He that
was his career was already done. It was the last year he was in Washington. But
beat him?
Demario Davis. They both worked with Tracy United Way.
Oh, okay.
They actually went down to the border when there were, everybody was getting locked up and
Mark
separated
Hudson
stuff.
Wants another entry.
He said, "I want that Dak plaque."
That's a special one. That's a one of one.
I mean, I can make another one of those. In fact, that one actually. The reason why I have that one
move
was
a finger
and see, Daniel's going to be mad, but Daniel Hernandez sent me that picture. He said, he didn't shout out to him, military guy. I can't charge him for it or anything like that for his 30 years of service.
The cake, Daniel.
So
good.
He said, hey, can you make this? Because he said, I want that in my office with my quarterback and stuff. And so I made that today, and I was working on it, and that's when we were getting close. I was like, this piece is special. I got to give this away. So Daniel is actually working tonight. I think he said he goes in at 6 p.m. and has to work till 7 a.m. Guarding y'all's ass, okay? So shout out. He said, I watch you on the computer and stuff at work. So shout out to Daniel Hernandez. I appreciate it, bro. And he's like, you're giving my shit away?
John McGrew.
Shout out to John McGrew. You're entered into that. All right, so
like, man,
what is are we trying against the Titans on Thursday night? Are we trying to kick that ass?
Come on, you know what we got to do?
What's that?
Well, we need to get Thomas on.
Yeah, you got. Yeah,
we need to get Thomas live from the outside of the stadium.
Oh, that's a good idea. Thomas Garrett. Where is?
I'll be on.
Now, Mark.
Friday, man.
I love how he says now, Mark. Because he's got that heavy accent. That is a great idea.
Come on, man. That's what I'm all about. Great ideas.
See, this is this. I'm going to give you guys a great analogy about what this could have been. Okay, back in Roman days, and I don't remember the river. But there was this river that the Romans were on one side, the enemy was on the other, okay? And what they did in the course of 5 days was they built a bridge across this river, marched 5,000 soldiers over there, encamped for one night, marched back over and took the bridge back down.
Wow.
And they basically did that to let you know we can get there at the drop of a hat, to send a message. Could that have been us beating the Eagles? That okay, we can build that bridge and get over there. And now we're going to go back and we're going to heal up and get ready for playoffs.
I think, yeah. I mean, it wasn't anything. We just more of a shut up game.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's more what it was.
Oh, thank God they did.
And they would just shut it up, and now let's continue on.
Could you imagine if we had lost that game, what this would be like right now? I'd probably have to shut down the stream. I probably just could not be on here right now. There would be 2,000 Eagle trolls in here right now.
Yeah, you can't say that they weren't upset. I mean, I know I was a little bit happier, stepping a little bit lighter.
Oh my God!
Listen, man.
I was sitting there worried about taking Joe Boo's head off. Okay,
but at no point was it a championship. It wasn't a Super Bowl. It wasn't anything like that. So that's why you can't, don't put those words in our mouth, kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. It was what it was. We were just shutting you up and then moving on. That's kind of what it was.
It meant more to the Eagles than it went to Dallas. Mm-hmm. Than it meant to Dallas, and I mean that. And the only thing is, they literally had a division. They had their hats on the sideline. Mm-hmm. Dallas said, "No, you're not opening that shit up today in AT&T. We're not allowing it. You're not partying in our locker room. You're not toasting nothing. Take your shit and go back home." And that's what happened. Ray Jarrett, you're great for what you do for my son Trent's son.
Oh, I think this is the clip that you're talking about, Brian. Let me see if I can get this. This is what I think you were talking about.
Oh, look at Sirianni. Look at Sirianni. Son of a coach, Division III football, Mount Union. He's got an edge to him. There's no doubt about it. They like him. They like him.
Oh,
look at Sirianni.
Yeah, that was him saying, "Fuck you."
Yeah.
Son of a coach, Division III football, Mount Union.
And then he's going to be nice in the park.
He's got an edge to him. There's no doubt about it. They
like him. Squeeze his off his shoulder.
Look at Sirianni.
Yeah.
Look at Sirianni.
What a dick.
Son of a coach,
that's
Division
why,
III football.
And he's the same guy where if they win again, we'll be doing that again at home. You flex.
I love it. Stop it. We watched the same game. Take away the 4 turnovers. Minute 2 beats you. Hurts would have slaughtered you like he always does.
Yeah,
wait. Hurts has never slaughtered us.
Come on, man.
What are you doing?
Hurts has never slaughtered Dak Prescott.
Defense.
Take away our Dak interception that gave you a touchdown.
Dak owned you.
What are you talking about? Let's take out certain plays from the game, and then
look at what we got.
That was your starting defense.
College punks.
You saw how they were, right? Just checking to see if y'all still them boys, right? Okay, yeah. Look at frickin'. Oh, he was. I haven't seen this one. He literally went up to the crowd and basically said, "Fuck y'all."
Yeah.
Look, what a punk ass.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I said. This all came out, and it's like,
oh, I ain't seen any of this stuff.
What are you doing, bro?
You know what?
Did something.
Act like you've been there before, bro.
If ifs and buts were candy and nuts, you lost the other day. You lost.
Oh, man.
Hurts.
Look at it. How about them Eagles? Oh, God.
How about them Eagles? How about them Eagles?
Oh, okay. I don't feel bad now about trolling their ass then. Okay. All right. I hadn't seen any of that stuff on Twitter that you were talking about.
I'm saying. He was ridiculous.
Oh, I'm sorry. Y'all a bunch of punk asses.
Yeah, they're like, don't let's pick out another game. Didn't you guys just let go of the Jags scored so many points? Yeah, well, guess what? And you guys did it. They beat us and you did it. That sucks for you guys.
We're gonna get a win.
Snowflake Sirianni. Oh, that's why we don't have too many Eagles in here tonight.
And then you're going to choke against the Saints. And then this time next week, you're going to be scrambling.
That's what I was saying. I would
week.
think they wouldn't choke against the Saints, but you never know.
You never know.
Going. Yeah.
Well, I tell you what, losing Lane.
Listen,
I'm sorry. That's huge on that.
The word is
nobody
he could be possibly play in the playoff. Still going to have a torn. Basically, it's
not gonna reattach in 3 weeks.
No, it's not looking good, people, and that's what I told you. Let's calm down and see who's healthy and who's playing good, because anything could change. Goes for our quarterback.
That's the best thing that happened is that we did not get beat up in that game. The Eagles got beat up in that game. That was physical, and they got knocked down.
Y'all gave up 74 points in the past 2 weeks. Well, the last 4 times we played you, how many points have you gave up to us? 100 what?
Oh, dude.
190 points. I don't know.
But remember, the first game didn't count because it was early in the season. The second game was backups.
And then of course the championships before they were named championships, and there was only 7 teams.
40 Burger Prescott when he plays you guys.
It's like, dude, just stay away. Get ready for your next game. You're not going to win this argument. Like, just go.
Right.
Go. We take care of our
go back to your own.
Take care of your business.
Go back to your own kind.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's just, you don't have any argument here right now. You didn't win the game. Doesn't matter how you turn it. It's not going that way. So it's just like you could narrate, take this away and take that away, put and shove in there, let's take all our stars. Let's take Anthony Brown. Let's put Jordan Lewis in there as we're making hypothetical crap for this game. It's like let's talk all that. Like, come on, man. Like, it's just like this.
Did Sirianni have his beat Dallas shirt on?
We understand. Last time it sucked. I mean,
look at that hold around the neck there, dude has.
Minshew's going to go again. We brought it up earlier, but Minshew's going to go somewhere else next year to be a starter. Cooper Rush ain't going somewhere next year to be a starter. Okay.
Hey Phil, I thought about
shout out to you
after our live. I should have called Diggs out. I was upset at Diggs early in the game. He was playing selfish.
Yeah, he was. You're right.
He was trying to get that pick. He was trying to get that pick instead of playing this. And they're making him look foolish with the double move early in the game. So that is something that he needs to get his act together with.
Yeah, he was very aggressive in that.
There's not much to complain about after you beat Philly and you put that many yards and points against their vaunted defense.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Wait. Hurt season. Hurt season. Hold up. See, that's the bullshit that you guys are trying to convince yourself with, because y'all don't remember the 2 bad throws, bad interceptions the week before that Hurts threw against the Bears. Okay, they weren't contested throws. He was just way the hell off. So don't say that, Hurts never makes any turnovers. And I'm going to say, I can't remember the second interception, but the first one of those interceptions, Bland just took the ball away from him. You can't put that interception on Minshew. But, you guys are going to go through, 4 turnovers. Whose fault is it to make the turnovers? It's yours. Stop making excuses. That's what y'all always say to me when I said, look, Noah Brown tipped the ball up. You're just making excuses. Accept the fact that the Cowboys were the better team that day. The same way when you guys beat us with Cooper Rush, I said you were the better team. And I have given you guys so much damn credit, more credit than you deserve about what you've done. Okay? But call a spade a spade. Stop this bullshit trying to convince yourself, look, Cowboys were a better team yesterday, or excuse me, 2 days ago. Just say that. They beat us. No excuses. We beat you. That's what you get from me. Jeez. What happened next time? Fluke game. Okay, you can believe that if you want to, but what was the Colts game a fluke game? Where you survived by 1 point against this team right here? This Colts team right here.
There's other teams in the NFL right now are talking about how you fluke won against them, and there's a lot of those examples. And yes, you can go and you turn around and you say, well, we just won the game. It doesn't matter. We won the game.
We win the game. It doesn't count.
About us, right? No, that's different.
The Chicago Bears, you only scored 25 on the Bears, and you allowed the Bears, with Justin Fields, who's just back from injury, without 2 of his starting receivers, without his best running back, to score 20. And I believe it was 6-3 at the half. Am I wrong on that? Or was that a fluke game too?
Even when we look back at Green Bay, we understand, we blew this lead. We had it, they threw it away. We're talking about that part. We're not talking about, that doesn't normally happen. We up by 17 and it doesn't normally happen. Just push it to the side. No, that's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about how they need to improve that, not blow those lead, clock management, all this stuff. Not just shove it to the side because, that doesn't normally happen. No, man, it's happening. Apparently it happened. So, I mean, there's a lot to be, I don't think they should hang their head and think that just take the loss. I mean, you know what kind of team you're going in. You know that offense is built around Hurts and running, but he's not going to be throwing 355 yards in the game. So it's just like you got to take, hey, you're going to run a little bit more. So
here's what's funny. Okay, I think that this is the case. So last week, the Eagles with Hurts scored 25 points. Okay, Let's go through this right now. So since Dak Prescott's been back, we scored 24 against the Lions, 49 against those Bears, 28 against those Packers, 40 against the Vikings, 28 against the Giants, 54 against the Colts that you only scored 17, 27 against the Texans, 34 against the Jaguars, and 40 against you guys. The worst game we've had points-wise is 24 points with Dak Prescott back. Just think about that for a second. That's the worst game.
And what do we know? What do we know about this team right now? What's our weakness? The defense right now. And the defense took 4 interceptions with a lot of backups that are sitting there trying to come in and play and trying to get roles and guys that are signed on and trying to get a role in this thing. We are dealing with a lot of things. Of course, our defenses, we understand that weakness, having to strengthen that. We know, hey, LV's coming back. Hankins coming back. You got you got some people that, unfortunately you don't have your second and third corner. But that's where we're improving. When you guys look at it, unfortunately, you got to see the bigger picture. Do you guys have guys coming back?
No, they've lost people.
That's your defense. That's your defense going forward. I mean, whether Dak did this and it's fluky or whatever, you're getting lots of teams blowing up with it. We have the same problem. We see a bright side. We see a horizon. We see the sun in the distance because we have some guys that are going to be improving this defense. I mean, and that's why we get excited about that. We don't think that this defense is elite anymore because obviously why? Parsons is being held on a roll. When I was saying this, I was saying on the podcast, I gave the O-line for the Eagles a lot of credit because they're a good offensive line. It's hard to say that. Lane Johnson being out, that's going to affect them a lot. Nobody wishes harm upon anybody in that sense. We're not like that Eagle fan that's wishing Dak's whole, or at least I have a mom whole thing. We're not that, that kind of jumping into that whole thing. So we got to give it fit. But when I saw that game yesterday, man, I was so disappointed in him because, dude, I like a lot of, I thought he was a hell of a thing. But to see him hold, and I'm just like, where are the calls there? And unfortunately,
Parsons
that's
gets
what we're living.
held every game.
Oh my God.
All the game.
Like every other play.
Why are we not calling it? Why? Because it'll slow down the game, and then we have to call it all the time. And he doesn't affect the play. Well, he's running from the one position all the way to the other side and taking the quarterback out. That says, hey,
Queen Bella, shout out to you.
Game. So of course, when I look at the matchup in Tennessee, what's our weakness as a defense? Well, the secondary is a little bit deep passes and a running offense. I mean, until Hankins gets back, that's a vulnerable thing. And, of course you got a guy like Malik Willis is, that's a good running quarterback, but that doesn't mean that they can't stop him, that they do have some guys on this team that can stop him. Brian and I have said this before. Yes, they can play down in competition and lose to almost any team. But again, you can go in there with your head held high because this team can almost beat every single team too. You don't fear anybody. You just fear how the Cowboys are going to come out.
Play.
We're Kellen Moore. What's Kellen Moore going to do? Those are the things you fear. You don't fear the other side.
Jesus.
You fear what we're going to do.
Another turnover.
Mm-hmm.
My Lord, this game sucks.
I haven't seen that turnover yet. So
sorry, man.
No. You're just ruining it for me. You're ruining this game for me, Brian.
It's just ridiculous.
I'm sorry, Hurts season, that doesn't hold water. Hurts wouldn't have missed some of the throws that Gardner did and would have won the game on the last drive if that was him not worried at all.
Did you see the game against Chicago Hurts season?
To me,
did you not watch that game?
The definition of MVP is, do you make your team better? When you're out of lineup, is your team worse? Obviously, it's not. It's still, that's the Dallas defense. Okay, so again, we don't know yet. You're not going to know until the body of work comes out. But the offense didn't slow down too much. Yeah, there were some turnovers, but as for getting those things in line, again, like Brian was saying, and Mark was saying, like those turnovers weren't. He just threw it like Neil O'Donnell in the Super Bowl, where it was just to a guy that was there.
Literally,
those guys made those plays. So
here's the thing with Hurts. If we go through his statistics, because he's like, Hurts would have, hit all these players and stuff. You know how many times he's thrown for as many yards as Gardner Minshew has this season? 1. Against the Titans.
Check your email. Coles Cowboys is telling me to tell you that.
Who is?
Coles.
You sent me 2 videos. I'm trying to download them.
Yeah. Okay, so you got it.
Yeah, but 380 yards is the best he's done all season against the Titans. Other than that, he's only had one other game that he had more than 300, and that was the Bears, where he threw 315 yards. With that 315 yards, he had 2 interceptions and a 64 rating.
Well, then they jumped
So,
in there.
he would he had a 64 rating there, dude. A 64.
Interceptions. Don't just look at the box score. Go back, look at the interception. Oh, the arm was hit. The offensive line wasn't doing their job. Oh, the receiver didn't do the right option route because Kellen loves to throw this option route crap in the beginning of the season. So there's a lot of things. Obviously, the one yesterday, that's totally on deck. Guy's wide open. He doesn't throw it over him.
Another one.
We can say that, but there was definitely a good streak there where there was a lot of interceptions that wasn't him. And you need to be able to tell the difference between an interception that's the quarterback's fault and just, B.A.M. going off of Noah Brown.
David Morris.
Casey Stewart says, for someone who knows the Titans and lives in Tennessee, we need to be on guard against misdirection against the Titans. And Malik Willis plays against is a good scrambler.
Running game. Yeah, I agree. There's definitely
Grant G, man. Minshew.
Know your weakness.
All right, so
David Morrison, Minshew.
Thank you.
Threw better passes than Hurts. I hate to say it, but he, other than
shout out to you, Grant G.
I mean, he can't move. We understand he can't move like he does or whatever like that. But I mean,
I'll be honest with you. Better. I'm actually more scared of their offense being more dynamic with Minshew than it is with Hurts.
Because he can stretch it out. Yeah, he can stretch the field.
I said that, and people are like, you're crazy. He's an MVP. Okay, all right. And I go back to how many scrambling quarterbacks have won the Super Bowl? I mean, running quarterbacks.
Frank Felice. Are you an Eagle fan?
I love it.
No, Frank is not.
The child. That's the LaShawn McCoy. Well, you're still in second
Thursday,
place.
Frank.
You're rubber. You're glue.
Oh yeah.
Like, dude.
Somebody said, "What if the game, the Washington game, is moved to Saturday?"
It's like, I get it.
They better not move it to Saturday.
We've already given you congratulations on
Saturday?
That.
Well, it says January 8th to be determined. We don't know what time kickoff is in that game yet.
Yeah.
I hope they decide. I think
it depends on if it means something, probably.
I hope it is not a night game because I'm not trying to be tailgating dark out there in the cold. Yeah. And the long range forecast is way too far out for that.
Let's see. Third season did that 13-2 get y'all a win this week. It's funny. Before the game, you were gonna come in and beat our ass.
That was funny.
Now that we win, it's all right. Well, you got your win. You're the one that was talking all the junk.
Yeah, we're more worried about the bigger picture.
Yeah, we know we're in the playoffs. We had nothing on the line other than beating you. Really?
Well, shutting them up. Well, apparently it doesn't shut them up because they've even.
You guys had to win a division. Now it's tough because you got.
Oh, I actually had an Eagle fan say that they lost that game on purpose because they figured we're going to have to play us again a third time, and they say that you can't beat a team 3 times.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. Yep.
I was like.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
But actually, we did beat the Eagles 3 times. Remember?
Yeah.
We beat them 3 times in 1 year. We beat them back to back. We beat them the last game of the year to win the division.
Oh, damn.
Then
we messed up.
Them the next week and beat them again. Tony Romo.
We messed up because Casey Stewart's going to be at the game. We could have met Casey if we had went to the game. Damn.
What, this Thursday?
Yeah, the Thursday night game. All right. Let me ask you. Okay. Hypothetically, Brian.
Yeah.
What if the Carolina Panthers beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers?
That's a perfect.
Okay, I was going to say, because that's only like 6 hours down the road from here. I don't know that I'll get tickets for the game, but, we can rent an RV and go down there.
We can get tickets for that.
How much will it cost will be the question.
Carolina? Come on. Not expensive.
It's playoffs.
Playoffs?
Playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs. You kidding me?
Talking sports with coconuts.
Well, I'll get seats. I got connections. We'll get them. We'll have to pay for them, but we'll get seats.
All right.
Flying in. How far are you, Phil? Probably 8 hours, right? Yeah.
He's probably not that far.
If I was flying in, maybe 2, 3 hours, maybe.
No, I'm talking about driving.
Oh, driving.
You're probably
about 8-9 hours. That's it.
That's what I said.
I don't think it's that far. You're northern California, northern Florida, right?
He's on.
I'm not a young
so.
dude anymore. I'll stop and look and stuff.
I have driven from Northern Virginia to Tampa in 11 hours.
The big ball of
ball yard. Damn right, man.
Mm-hmm.
I can't get it in the picture. Thank God I got the new iPhone, so it's good. Zoom out. I want to see the big frying pan. Like it's.
Yeah. Cowboys Canada.
Shout out to you, Cowboys Canada.
I've never been to a Six Flag. I want to go there.
You won, Cowboys Canada. I hope you don't get.
He said, he sent me the email.
The country for
yeah, exactly.
You can't
have this in
Cowboys Canada. You have the choice of you can have the sign, or if you have a print you want me to make for you, just send me a picture and we'll make that up for you. Mark, I watched the video of you trolling Eagle fans and saying, "How about the Cowboys?" That was fun. That was fun. But him and I actually had a great conversation after, because I'm actually excited for once that the NFC East, that we're playing games that mean something. This shit where we've been playing like Washington for pride and the toilet bowl. Screw that. We're playing for playoff seedings and playoffs, man.
I watched the end of the game, James Snyder, and then I went back onto YouTube, rewound Mark's thing, and watched, because I wanted to see Philly meltdown, and I wanted to see Mark lose it. So it was good, but I have to watch the game myself.
So you can't
on
say
TV.
That's the worst game. Like
and then I go back and watch.
What was funny is I was actually talking to.
You lost. That's all.
I was talking to Philly 500, and he says he never sees his meltdowns, and he said he went back and watched it. He said, "I'm fucking hilarious when I lose it."
Yeah. He didn't actually melt down though. He was just kind of.
He was just mad. Oh, what the hell? He came out of the pile with the football. That's our ball. That's his cheating referee.
It was literally he did.
Yeah, after they scored, he was still on it. I'm like, yeah, he's just focused on the wrong part. Just because the ref prematurely called a turnover.
Yeah.
You got to come out of the pile. You got to be in the pile with it.
It was not our best football hurt season. Our best football.
Guess what? It wasn't our best either. It wasn't our best either.
We were going to lose and winning 40-3.
See, pick six by Dak.
I will say that was probably Dak's best game, though.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Now, offensive line gave up 6 sacks. 6 sacks.
That Minnesota game was pretty sweet with Dak.
Let's face it. Dak owns the Eagles hurt season. His record, his yardage.
Hey, whether you want to keep people can.
You don't have to like him, but it's true.
Yeah.
He's 8-3 against you. I understand why you don't like him and you don't want him in the game. He finds a way to beat you. Ugly, not ugly. He was
now you know how we feel about Aaron Rodgers.
I mean, we play each other enough to eventually
Aaron Rodgers.
win. I mean, that's why. Blind squirrel finds a nut.
It was not our best football. That gave you a pick six. Start the game.
He was like, here's a early Christmas.
We didn't run the ball. You haven't seen our best football. We
could not run the ball. Now I'm gonna tear that ass up.
Now Dak ran the ball. Because Dak ran the ball for 40 yards. But then again, he owns you guys, so it's a little different with the Eagles.
Oh my God, this is a slow-paced game.
I think you're gonna have to pay Hurts $10 to $15 million more a year than Dak.
Oh yes.
That's gonna hurt the bottom line a little bit. That's good though.
That's what I'm saying. Like I don't mind. Go ahead, do it.
I hope he gets MVP, man.
I hope he does.
Let's get him the MVP. Everybody vote for.
This is sent from Dante Cole.
Get him on that Madden cover too while we're at it.
Let's get him on the Madden cover.
It's ours. Come on, Red.
But I'm just saying, man, that was kind of weird for a while.
What?
Come on, Red.
Yeah, that
was this the fumble?
Crazy for a while.
Come on, Red.
Come on, Red. What the hell?
Eastside Harold, go Texans, Astros, and Rod. Hey, did you see Eastside where James Harden said he might want to come back home next year? There you go.
Wait, they got it? The Cowboys got it.
But
Cowboys got it.
The second and 21.
Damn.
We got
him. He's like, he's saying these things. He goes, "You guys got lucky." Yeah, you lucky.
Wait. I've got to see.
I would hope that you would take
you guys aren't seeing this, then are you?
Beat you again.
Oh, I was seeing those.
There
was another one where they got excited.
In my hands, I have Cowboy Nation.
What the?
In my hands, I'll have their whole world in my hands.
These guys are idiots. This is gonna have to be killer.
Comes crashing down very easily.
Oh God!
Right about you, that you do suck.
You do suck.
Oh my fucking God!
Now we're not going to beat him again. I don't think Dax lost the game in Philadelphia. Come on.
What?
Hurt season.
Yeah, you're just guaranteeing.
Look at these fools.
What the hell was that?
We both need to get there, though. That's the thing.
I'll
about
be
it.
there.
Oh shit!
Yeah, we both need to get there. Those teams are front.
Thanks, Dante Cole.
January.
Oh wow!
If we make it. If we make it, I know. Trust me, I know. I actually picked
that was
the
crazy
Eagles season, but I actually picked
Stello.
the Eagles to win.
And I picked us to win barely. See, we
Stello at East Side.
7-0, just whooping your ass.
Yeah.
No,
I actually picked the Eagles to win her season. I kept it real.
Yeah, and then I told him that he was wrong, and I like that. I got. Honestly, I didn't feel the greatest.
Turnover.
I mean, obviously, I knew there was definitely a difference in the defense. Whether, we just don't have the as much as I'm with that same thing with Anthony Brown. We need to figure out corners. There's a lot of holes in this defense that we still need to figure out. I mean, I love the fact there's a lot of young guys. There's some defensive tackle stuff there. The O-line, just keep building that. What do we do with wide receiver? Do we sign Dalton? There's so many things. But I like the fact that you got a core of young guys.
Oh, they got a big break.
Are balling out, man. Bland, who the hell would have thought about that one, man?
Bradley, don't be sorry. Piece. Look, people got shit to do. I'm happy that you come in and go. We appreciate you. Shout out to Eastside Herald, who actually hates the Cowboys, but definitely supports the channel.
Both of us too, yeah. Eastside's there, and he's gonna have a lot.
Oh, shout out! Oh, that's why Eastside's in here. He's like, hello. We played to win the game. Okay, we won a game. We beat the Titans. Right. Hello. Look, this is Eastside up in here right now. Eastside right now.
Well, somebody's sitting out of bounds. I'm the man up. Who ended up getting the ball? Because right now they're debating it. Shit on me.
That's Eastside right now. He's like, King Kong ain't got shit on me. We got a victory.
Dude, you gotta hit it out of bounds, man. You can't try to right there on the sideline, smack it out of bounds.
Paula Bettis, please be positive, no Debbie Downers. Miss Gibson, what's up?
If we're gonna jump on a negative, I'll jump on the negative that we were talking about in our broadcast. That right at the end of the game, the clock management there, the running, the decisions on running,
2-1, that was rough.
Just not sliding and the not throwing it out the back of the end zone. Like there was a lot of questionable stuff right there towards the end. That you still gave another opportunity.
We did everything we could to give you that game, and you still didn't take it.
It's just Kellen Moore again. Like I said, it's just what are you doing, man?
Buddy Johnson said the Cowboy fans realize we're 8-1 at home, and no more home games, not unless 6 and 7 advance in the playoffs and we meet them.
Yeah, I would say yeah. That would well, as of right now, the Giants in Washington, right? At
the moment, but they're gonna have to. They both lost and are still in the playoff picture. That's what's crazy.
Where I thought they were gonna probably have another year, and they'll probably get a good draft pick. Mm-hmm. Hey man, it's just they don't. I don't look at their team and just think, elite roster or anything. It's like it just doesn't have that same thing. Them in Washington. So I think this is obviously you want to win. Obviously you want to win, but it kind of stumps their growth a little bit when they're not getting those high draft picks, and now they're gonna have to rely on free agency and then all the drama that Washington was going through. Are you selling? Are you not selling? So I think there's gonna be some stuff that affects whether free agents come there as well too. So
I wonder if you see what's happened with the Rams. With all the free agents that they had, and you kind of see that with Tampa Bay, because Tampa Bay just got old.
Man, they got
old quick, but they bought the Super Bowl just like the Rams, and then people start moving on, having to get paid, and some of the guys are getting older, and so that's where you look at the Eagles. Is the Eagles' future bright? Are they still young enough? Do they have too many of these free agents guys that they've hired? I mean, you think about guys like Ndamukong Suh, out there, and some of these other guys that are going to be kind of going Fletcher Cox and so on. I don't know. I'm just asking for a friend because they're drafting. Is not great early on, because they're going to say, well, we got, a great draft pick. I don't know that Jordan Davis has had the impact of Tyler Smith has for the Cowboys.
Like, I like him in the situation, but like to give up another first rounder to get him, that's the hang up that I have. Like, I mean, you were sitting there pretty to get some
he's
really
be
good
one of these guys. He could stop the run. That's about it.
But is he going to be like? I mean, you're talking about 2 number 1 picks for him.
He's not Vita Vea where he can get the pass rush. Vea can get to the pass rusher.
I mean, remember why?
There you go. They got it that time.
I mean,
why did they trade to get the next year draft pick? Because they were kind of iffy about whether they're going to keep Jalen Hurts. And obviously now this kind of changes stuff up. I think they were really kind of pushing that to the side just in case, to draft a quarterback. So, that definitely throws a little wrench in there. But I mean, that's a good problem to have, right? A quarterback that's responding. The question is, again, we've all seen. I mean, Dallas has definitely been notorious about seeing a guy play on a contract year and going, okay, we get excited, and then Anthony Spencer. I think there's a lot of guys that I could try probably name like that, but there's been a couple of times where they've walked away and it's been beneficial. Obviously, like I remember the one that got me the most was like a DeMarco Murray when he was doing his thing.
Yeah.
And then he ended up signing with the Eagles. I was like, that son of a gun. And then it didn't.
He didn't want to. He was begging the Cowboys. He was literally at the airport calling, I'm going to go to Philadelphia. And they're like, okay. But see, here's the problem for the Eagles. Okay. 2010, they drafted Brandon Grimes. Great pick, right? 2011, guard Danny Watkins, not in the league anymore. 2012, they got Fletcher Cox, which was incredible.
Great.
They got Lane Johnson. Okay, in 2013. 2014, they got defensive end Marcus Smith.
Not good.
Nelson Aguilar.
Not good.
How many picks did they use to trade up for Carson Wentz?
Not good.
Derek Barnett.
Not good.
Andre Dillard.
Not good.
Jalen Reagor.
Not good.
Devontae Smith, and then Jordan Davis.
Good.
Now, Smith is good, but since between Lane Johnson.
Jordan Davis is not worth what they gave up for.
That's the part. Like I really like him. I really like him. Don't get wrong. I'm not going to take away from him.
He's good. He's decent.
I think he's good if you put him in the right situation. It just can't be all the time.
That was Hankins that you can get.
Boom. Yeah.
That's what I mean. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. Is he good? You have to account the value or the price you paid to get him. As if now you would say it was not worth it.
Right.
Yeah, it's early.
Good trade, exactly.
I'm not trying to say that he's done.
Boy, how did
that
look like a duck? Quack, quack, quack.
I think he was the pick to replace Fletcher Cox, obviously for the future. But again, like I said, I mean, Dallas is definitely
but he's not Fletcher Cox.
Yeah, exactly.
He is a role player, a situational run stopper.
Yeah.
I know.
Mitch Roman, I met on today's show. Shout out to Mitch. Mitch just ordered another. He ordered another one.
God, yeah. Richie, you're right. I mean, I can't argue there. Choco Charlton, more clean, but that's probably the two.
Those are the only two.
That's the only two. That's the only two.
Well,
like, give us the rest of them.
I
it's
remember
just like, I get
Charlton.
Taco. Oh my God, that would haunt us, especially because we could have had Watt. I mean, there's
Taco Charlton. Yeah, because
I definitely give you
Coach
that.
Clapp didn't think that J.J. Watt fit into the scheme. So Taco.
Oh my God, that was a terrible one. Him and his stupid celebration.
Yeah.
Like, come on, you could have figured out.
He had an attitude from day one.
Don't even know who the legendary people are.
But he's still in the league, surprisingly.
Is he?
Yeah, he's with New Orleans right now.
So Joey Galloway.
Okay, so let's go through the list of Cowboys since 2010 as number one picks.
Drafts, and now he's bringing up trades. Okay, you want to bring up trades?
Well, but see, there's a reason why they have to do the trades because they can't draft. But check this out: Des Bryant, 2010, multiple Pro Bowls. Tyron Smith, 2011.
Still playing the Pro Bowl.
Okay. Morris Claiborne's the one that you bring up. Travis Frederick, multiple Pro Bowls, all pros. Zach Martin.
Oh, unbelievable.
Byron Jones, he played good for us. He's still in the league.
Big contract in Miami.
Yeah, which we got compensatory picks.
Yes.
Zeke Elliott.
Beautiful.
Taco, of course, which, was a soft taco. We got Leighton Vander Esch, CeeDee Lamb, Micah Parsons, and Tyler Smith. So
bang,
for
boom.
12 picks, we missed on 2.
Yeah.
That's all you got, Taco Charlton and Morris Claiborne. Everybody else there has been a Pro Bowler except Tyler Smith.
Yeah.
So out of 12 picks, you've had 9 of them as Pro Bowlers. That's the difference in what the Cowboys are doing versus the Eagles having to go out. The reason why you went out and got A.J. Brown is because you never could draft a receiver. You got Regular. You got, what was the other one? Nelson Aguilar. You ended up getting, what was the one they got in the second round? They just traded to Seattle. I mean, you've tried to get receivers, and you've missed over and over and over again. You had to go out and get a free agent.
The one they traded to Seattle got cut.
Okay.
The one that they traded to the Vikings still plays with the Vikings.
Yeah, Rhaegar's still playing with them. But
with Minnesota.
What was his name? Whiteside.
Yeah, he's with the Vikings, I believe.
Whiteside was Rhaegar. I mean, you've missed on so many receivers. You had no choice but to say, we got to get somebody who can actually play.
Dude, LVE is playing amazing. Have you watched him East Side?
Leighton Vander Esch?
Playing great.
Yeah, we missed him in the run.
We miss him in that lineup. So trust me, it's like you can laugh all you want. He was the guy last year, maybe or so, but this year that's not the case. Man.
LVE, we're missing him right now.
Yeah.
Jeff Saturday looks like he should be on a Southwest commercial.
He looks like he aged.
Do you want to get
2
away?
years since in the last 6 games. Remember he came in all chipper and
so with the injury, let me ask. Brian mentioned this, and with the injury, do you go ahead and because David Morrison brings it up, it's not good like what happened to Steele. Do you go ahead and extend Steele right now with the injury? Kind of give him, you feel like you're going to invest in him, and that way you can get him for that lower price. I think right now I would agree to re-sign him.
Yep.
Now that Mitch, that would be funny.
Him in the offseason, that's perfect, Dallas. If you seen it, resign a guy that's rehabbing, get him a little cheaper than you normally would. He wants that security. What do you think, Mark?
I'm sitting here looking at Mitch Roman. He said I should talk to the Cowboys and get them to change their star to the Joe Boo star.
We just said that. If 2 or 3 years ago, if you talked about LVE, it's not the same person than he is today. We got him at the deal at that time. Boom. That's what the timing on it. Now he's playing at a good level where he can go out and feel like he can get some money and stuff.
Right.
So that it doesn't mean to say, oh, well, what about this? No, it doesn't. That's not the case there. It was just a great timing thing on the Cowboys' part. Just like some of these guys that they ended up signing. I mean, you're not going to see that with maybe Dante Fowler. I was hoping a little bit more from him. He's played some, he's more of a situational guy, kind of like what Barr was supposed to be. But even Barr played pretty good yesterday, and he's had his flashes here and there. Again, we should have had a 5th turnover if you really think about it, because Anthony Barr just drops that interception. Even those kind of players are really stepping up for this defense. And you're right, Mark. They're getting them at cheap prices, so it's like we want to, we hassle Steven and them so much for all these moves. But unfortunately, it's weird. They're working some weirdly way. They're patching the holes, like the plumbing is still working.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing about it. If you put all your money into one guy and you miss,
that's it. Yeah,
you're screwed. They've kind of spread it around where they've got guys that can play roles and a fit, and we got lucky in the draft, or just great drafting, because you don't expect Bland to come through and do what he's done. You don't expect a 5th-round pick to do that. Now, they thought that Jalen Tolbert as a 3rd-round pick was going to be able to do that, but
But this,
it didn't happen. But
the scouting staff has done a really good job of finding late talent that can start.
Mm-hmm.
So even Anthony Brown, I mean, think of Anthony Brown. Yeah, we
he
give
was
him crap all the time.
Fourth round pick, I think.
I would say he's a 6th round pick. Wasn't he 6th? I mean, there's a lot of later talent that you do find as well. I mean, Damone Clark is a big one that's going to be.
Yeah,
you see him.
Don't
all
get
the
caught
time.
up like too much with the rounds that they're taking. Just get caught up with the guys that they're finding in each year's draft as a whole.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, it could be a free agent that's making the team.
There's some guys that you still are questionable about, like the wide receiver. What's his name? Tolbert. What is going on there? We won't really know until the next year or two. Unfortunately, but I mean, you could say that's definitely a disappointment in that sense of using
he is
him.
restricted.
But I mean, with our wide receivers, hasn't that kind of been the season thing? And James Washington comes back, where the hell is he? So it's kind of a theme within those, those guys that could be 3 to 6. Noah Brown, you're like, oh, flashes amazing game, but then the clutch moments, he's coming up with those clutch moments.
Mm-hmm.
He's still learning. There's been a couple of times where Noah Brown come up with a clutch play, but most of the time I've seen him drop it, hit off his chest. So I'm interested to see if he'll, and again, it's not his fault. I mean, he didn't get a lot of playing time to kind of mature.
Oh, he was a 6th round pick. You're right.
So I mean, they're definitely, and you're right, Brian. I mean, when you look at the talent as a whole, I mean, you look at Nashawn Wright. You gave him credit on our broadcast. I'm surpazed there. I thought he was going to be worse. Coming from the safety position into that, I thought he was going to give up a lot. I know he was a lot lankier, so he can give up. He can give up a little bit pass and still get up and knock it away. So I got to give him credit. I mean, he definitely did play a really good game.
My lovely sister, Gina Thor.
Yeah, I think Pat Thompson. I think you're right. Hopefully, we tag Pollard. I think that there's a tag move in this.
David Morrison. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Tolbert's first year in college, he did nothing, 0, zilch. He's one of these guys who needs to feel comfortable. He's very young.
They got him in the 3rd round, didn't they? They got him in the 3rd round.
He's very young. No,
they didn't
sleep on him.
And wide receivers
he's going to be fine.
Very rarely do wide receivers come out of the box and play great.
He was a second.
His skill set his ceiling is through the roof. He's just his first year in college. He made 2 catches or something.
Mm-hmm.
So just be patient with the young kid. He's tall, he's fast. Just be patient.
Pat Thompson. No, we've actually been better on 2nd round picks than we had been because Diggs is a 2nd round pick.
Yep.
Sam Williams is a 2nd round pick. Now, Boss Man Fat. Jalen Smith.
The one that bothers me, and I have to give the Eagles credit, is that they jumped ahead of us
for Dallas Goedert.
Dallas Goedert.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't know that we were going to take Goddard. I really think we're going to take Connor, but we ended up with Connor Williams, and Dallas Goedert is a hell of a player.
Hey, very good tight
end. He is a very good tight end, an incredible tight end.
I love
Connor Williams. Connor Williams played a lot for us, though.
Yeah, Jake Ferguson and Hendershot, man.
He was yucking it up with Michael Parsons after the game. They're actually tight. So Dallas Goedert. So never know.
Yeah, and, we as fans have a tendency to trash somebody immediately and say they're going to be a bust, but some guys just take some time to actually develop.
He's a young kid.
You think about Terrence Steele, his rookie year when he got thrown into the fire as an undrafted rookie free agent. And he became a really good tackle. I feel bad for him because...
How was Terrence Williams? Remember Terrence Williams when the other side Bryant? I mean, he didn't develop until later. And, I mean, he was just doing some amazing catches.
Jalen Smith, Blue Virus is Jalen Smith. That was a reach, You took a
gamble. Here's what the Cowboys typically do on the 2nd round. It's kind of like they've got everything, they know the 1st round inside and out, and you can't look at what the Cowboys have done. And, but the 2nd round, they figure out we're playing with house money. We're trying to get a 1st round talent in the 2nd round, which is why they take a chance on a Randy Gregory. because they say he's a first-round talented guy. He smokes a little weed. We can fix that. You know, if Jalen Smith comes back healthy, then we've got, you know, one of the best linebackers in football before he destroyed his knee. You know,
put it away.
Right. So their thinking is we're trying to get that first-round guy in the second round, and that's why they kind of, you know, take chances. You know, Kellen Joseph, you know. So I can't necessarily be mad at them because of the way they drafted the first round, because pretty much almost every one of them is a day one starter and an impact player at that.
Terrence Williams, dang, that's a name I haven't heard in a while. That's true.
Yeah,
I'll whip out some.
Williams.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll bring some like crazy we haven't heard in a while. Dat Win, remember
Thank you, Lee.
Linebacker, like Dexter.
Yeah, I remember that win.
Well, Terrence Williams we got in the third round. But see, Terrence Williams, we traded back with the 49ers to get Travis Frederick, and we picked up their third-round pick, and we ended up picking up Terrence Williams with that extra pick.
And I mean, look, if you think, like, for example, like when we traded with the Eagles and we got, you know, Micah still, and we get Golston later on. I'm interested to see what Golston becomes. You know, he got bigger.
Yeah.
He made a couple of plays yesterday. I think he was involved in that fumble where Watkins kind of hit it out. He was right there. So you're definitely seeing some flashes from him as well in the rotation. So, I mean, it's nice when you can get that extra little draft pick and you see something develop out of that.
Yeah, I mean, his problem is he just hasn't had much of an opportunity. The guy I really hated to lose was actually Ridgeway.
Yeah, young kid. Why have we let?
Don't be sorry, Casey. We're just happy you're back, girl. You done freshened up the man cave, girl. Thank you for coming back. How many yards did Slay give up by himself?
There's a lot of guys that could.
Chargers win this during the playoffs, they said.
Yep, they will be. 288 yards to 118. Wow.
Crap game.
Oh, we're late in the fourth quarter. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Damn, I didn't, you know, see, this is why I love you guys. Because I've been watching, or we've had an ass game on all night. Haven't really paid much attention to it, but have had fun talking.
If something good happens, we can comment. But we did.
I think if you watch this back,
be a chance of
you can have like a drinking game.
Pat
Every time you just go, a turnover, an interception.
Oh, damn.
Drink. Like,
okay, so Pat Thompson said, "I can't believe I went to the bathroom on that 3rd and 30." Could you imagine?
God.
What did I miss?
That's when you got to stay in the bathroom.
You got to stay in the bathroom. That's
sorry,
exactly.
Pat.
I'm sorry, man.
Oh,
That's
my
exactly
God.
I would say I'm going back to the bathroom, man. I'll see you guys in there after the game.
I'm weird.
On my alarm clock.
Yeah, I'm like quirky. If I'm watching the game and the remote's sitting a certain way on my armrest and they're doing good, I can't touch it.
Yeah, somehow it's affecting.
I can't turn it. I need
Dallas.
to leave it.
I love it. That's the same way.
It was funny. Me and my kid were watching the game, and the dog was just sitting in a certain spot on the couch, and the dog got up and moved, went to the other side of the couch, and Dallas did something bad.
And you're just like, you
so I told AJ, I said, pick up the dog, put it back to where he was. And they started doing good.
FYI.
There it is. It's like the antenna.
Brian.
Right there.
Tampa is only 612 miles from my house. That's less than halfway to Dallas. 10 hours and 19 minutes.
That's it?
That's it.
I've driven to Florida many times.
Like 2.5 hours.
Like 17 hours at Disney. Something like that.
Does he get a touchdown?
Yeah.
Touchdown.
Yeah, it's over. Turn out the light. Party's over.
I know, man. This Chargers, they all of a sudden pick sixes and destroy. Like, I mean, obviously, I know it's the Colts.
Austin Eckler.
Nice countering.
AJ's guy.
And to Charlotte, it's only 376 miles. 6 hours and 2 minutes.
Yeah, really, honestly, when you think about it, Kelly, it could be in any of those things. It could be in New Orleans by the end of it. You're just like, what the heck just happened?
Oh, shit. Now, I tell you what, I'd love to go to New Orleans for some.
That's how that NFC South is, man. You don't know who.
Although, playing that dome.
It's like, wait till the music stops.
But the food in New Orleans, oh my God. See, and I tell you what, New Orleans is meant for football or for events, because once you get to the city, the Superdome is right there, within walking distance of Bourbon Street, all the hotels, the casinos. You don't need a car. You've got those wonderful street cars that go all over the place. Man,
Thanks, Rhonda.
Help me, Rhonda. Oh, I need to go ahead and do this other drawing here, too, because we're getting late in here.
Let me see.
Yeah, I mean, Carolina probably is playing pretty good football right now. Yeah, I mean, they had some good
11 hours and
conditions.
9 minutes.
Josh,
for Tampa,
for Phil to get to Charlotte.
11 hours. You must be deep down in Florida then.
Naples, right?
Shit. The first time I drove to Florida, man, I was just like, I got to Jacksonville.
Like or some shit.
I wouldn't do that.
I just need a nap in between.
No, but Florida is like the longest state, because you hit Jacksonville, it's like, oh man, I'm in Florida, man, I got it made.
Yeah.
And going to Miami, shit, that seemed from Jacksonville to Miami seemed like
Everglades. You don't have any scenery to kind of change. You're like, where? Oh
shit!
You need to wait for the mile markers.
Miami.
And then driving to the Florida Keys.
Oh yeah.
We were down in 2020. That was like the last trip we had before the pandemic. We were there for the Super Bowl, and we said, I don't know if we'll be back in Miami again. How about we go ahead and drive to, Key West, so we can be at the lowest point of the United States. And driving that's scary.
Yeah.
That ain't nothing but open water out there.
Yeah.
It's like, I hope a thunderstorm don't come up.
Yeah,
much
after the
as,
hurricane, we were good. It was Fort Myers that got really big brunt of it. That Fort Myers beach. It was all wood built. So it was just like now you got these codes where everything's like made cement with rebar going through, and it's going into the ground. Like it's all like a whole different construction after certain years.
Brian Joseph.
But Fort Myers Beach obviously was a wood, a lot of wood, and so that's why when you saw it go through, you're like, yeah, that's not really surprising. It's just when you're finding the boats in the Everglades and across the town, and it was getting pretty crazy with the trash pickups, all that kind of stuff. I think that's where it's just it's the aftermath afterwards, and then obviously you always have collateral. It sucks, but again, they'll rebuild, and I think it's going to be a lot better, and then that's really what you can do, right? But yeah, Naples here, I mean, we were good. We just definitely have some siege. I mean, the surge, I think that was the big thing. And then it was like another hurricane.
Brian, I'd love to come down to New Orleans.
So yeah, that's why when during hurricane season, that's why those cruises are so much cheaper.
You said the draft is in Kansas City?
Yes.
Damn.
Randy Stites, you can get him live from on
That's
site.
1,000. That's 1,080 miles. That's a lot further than I thought it was.
Yeah.
They fly in there.
Well, Dallas is like 1,380, so it's 300 miles closer.
We did that, Phil. We needed one more driver.
Yeah,
I think it would have been perfect.
Yeah, I fly over there and then I just join you.
And maybe not leaving at night.
No, I fly. That's what I'm saying. I fly with you and then travel with you.
Yeah. I'm saying that would have been easier.
Yeah, a third driver would have made it nice.
Maybe you have better night eyes than me and Mark. we're blind as bat.
Oh, really?
We're just old people.
I'm pretty good at the night. I'm pretty good.
Yeah, them cones were a bitch.
I'd probably be my next.
Look, no, the mountains of Carolina are a bitch in Tennessee. Fuck.
Like 3/4 of a lane and then a guardrail, and I know Mark, rented this damn. Well, basically. If there was damage, So I didn't want to hit the guardrail. And Mark's like, "You're getting close to the cones." I'm like, "Yeah."
You're like, "Fuck the cones."
The guardrail too.
Oh boy.
I was trying to remain calm, but I give it to him because he was calm. But I'm like, "All right, I'm going to hit it, but I'm not hitting that." It was like, it was fun, but a little sketchy there.
I love how these Eagle fans are still swearing that it was Gardner Minishew's fault that they lost because he was a backup quarterback. Gina Thorne,
But you see how he didn't defend that pass down on 3rd and 30? I mean,
Jeff Saturday, I'm telling you, they just need to do a Southwest commercial with Jeff Saturday shaking his head. Why did I take this damn job?
Want want to get away.
I had a cushy job where I could critique everybody else and give them shit.
Man.
Now I'm getting all the shit.
I'm interested to see what he would have said about himself. Like if he was like, you know what I'm saying?
Oh my God! Now the
Like, he
problem
doesn't
is,
belong at football.
does he go back to the booth? I mean, go back to the top as a show.
I guess that's.
Do you now lose credibility? After
Right.
you know,
I don't think.
Lives in Beaumont and drove to Albuquerque for his grand.
I mean, you look at
Riley's
Dan
like,
Orlovsky
why are the Eagle
critics-
fans still here?
You see Dan Orlovsky criticizing all those quarterbacks like he was freaking Joe Montana, or
Right.
something, you know.
Saturday can't win on Monday. See Brown.
Or Sunday.
Oh, yeah.
Vibrating higher.
Yeah,
Minshew
whatever.
played better than Hurts, is what I'm saying. I almost, he didn't run like Hurts does, but he did some. I'm telling you, he was killing me on third down. He was always finding somebody and getting the first down.
It's
I was
crazy.
like, we can't
So
stop
basically,
this guy.
He was helping you convert third downs, yeah. Which is something they were struggling with
See,
before, weren't they?
That's where a running quarterback can hurt your offense. Because if you are just too quick to tuck the ball and run, you're going to miss out on something bigger. Yeah. But, I mean, listen, he's playing at a MVP type level, Hurts. So I'm not here to bash Hurts. I'm not one of these guys that's got to pump up my guy to knock your guy down. I'm not.
Yeah.
And that's what they're, that's constantly.
I can appreciate Hurts as well as Dak.
Mm-hmm.
And Dak's record against the Eagles is 8-3. Stop talking until
There
you
you go.
beat them. Stop.
You beat him a bunch of times too.
This coach hasn't beaten Dak. That's for damn sure.
Nope.
The only sweep that's been happening is we swept you last year.
There you go.
I mean,
Last
you know,
time a quarterback
sweet.
swept the Cowboys was
It's always an excuse.
Michael Vick. All right,
see, that
I'm
makes
picking. I'm picking the winner for the Dak Prescott 50,000 subscribers piece right now. Let me say everybody who came in, became a channel member, because we got 4 new channel members today. So woohoo! And everybody who did a super chat today are all in here for this drawing. And let me say to all the 50,070 subscribers,
Wow, you went
thank
right by
you.
it
That
quick.
would be me too. Woo woo!
Woo.
I got
Seven.
shares in there.
There you go.
Stock.
There you go. See, it like I said, without
I
you
get to go-
guys, it doesn't work. So
I get the
Let me-
go to the shareholders meeting at the end of the year.
Yeah,
all right.
I get to go. And
I get to eat at the buffet.
Brisket.
Jason's getting the plaque.
Oh, I get some vouchers for free drinks. Hell yeah!
The winner of this one is Queen Bella.
Ooh, congratulations!
Wow, Queen Bella, you are the winner. We have your address because we're actually sending your plaque tomorrow. Queen Bella gets the Dak press.
sorry, but don't you think they should have to be in the chat?
She's been in here.
I
She's
know,
right
earlier.
there. Look, she's got.
Here?
Look, she just said
Oh,
fingers
there you
crossed.
are.
Look,
Fingers crossed. You won it.
Brian, I'll bitch slap you.
shout out to
You don't
Queen
have to.
Bella.
I want to hear her. Oh my God, she won.
She's like, oh my god, oh my god.
Well, she's won, Johnny. Now just show her the plaque.
There we go. Okay, so here we have. Now I do need to put 2 more coats of varnish on here. So, actually, you get a bonus. You get to see a Philly 500 meltdown.
I fire Howie.
Fucking
Fire the motherfucker.
stupid motherfucker! What an idiot!
What an idiot.
What an idiot!
What an idiot.
Dallas has Amari Cooper.
Dallas has Amari Cooper and Gallup.
We don't need a receiver. Are you kidding me? I don't want Justin Jefferson. He's ass. He's stupid.
He's stupid.
I fire his ass.
I
Oh,
fire
Lord.
his ass.
It's bad that I know
Howie's
every
gotta be
word.
stupid. What are you doing?
Oh, it's
What
bad
are
that
you
I know
doing?
every single word of it. Okay, so Queen Bella. Let me flip the camera here. This one actually. Some pictures
Yeah.
are better than others, but that one
Contrast.
is really
Awesome.
really cool because you can actually see his eyes in there. Look at that.
Yeah,
you
look
see
at
his
that.
eyes in
Reaper.
the helmet and stuff.
The Reaper, that's correct, man.
And on the back of it, it is signed by. Oh, actually, I got to sign my name.
Yeah, I didn't see it there. I was
Boom.
just like,
So
maybe that's the Joe Boo thing. Maybe he's just a symbol now. It was Mark formerly known as.
No, Joe Boo's over there. Hey, he's over there with the peach. I mean, the apple
You're just a
pie.
symbol.
Head,
I put my sign there.
He's still got his head.
At the
Okay.
bank.
He's still got his head attached. Okay,
Yeah,
so
I didn't like
we are
that
good.
bad
So
at
let me
all.
say thank you, everybody, because like I said, I never thought I would. I mean, I never even dreamed about getting that far. But it's been a crazy, crazy ride. But it makes me want to work that much harder. Yeah, and I can't wait to see these guys get to 50,000.
I'm trying to like the small steps. I'm trying to get to 1,000. I'm trying to get to 1,000 first. That's why I'm like, ooh, you don't understand how much I'm going to sell.
We got our regulars, man. We are.
Yeah,
it was actually pretty good for us tonight. We jumped right to a number that we liked, and it was steady. We didn't dip below it, so it was good.
The thing is, YouTube is crazy because you will do a video. You'll say when you're done, man, that's the shit that everybody's going to love, and you feel so good about that video, and you put it out, and nobody fucking watches.
Nobody does shit,
and you're like, why? It's like, and then you'll do something that's just like, let me just put something up, and that's the one everybody. It's
Our
like
basement is pretty good though. It's not like we have any like double digits.
You're not wrong though, Mark. You're not wrong though.
No, it drives you crazy.
Who would have thought our biggest video, our pregame video, would have been a Jags video?
Oh,
that was our biggest number,
right?
The Jags. Like, who the hell cares about the Jags? Sorry,
but the secret, you know what the secret is to YouTube? You can watch all these different videos and tell you all the hacks and all the secrets and everything. That screw all that. What it is being yourself and putting in work and staying at it. It has to be steady, steady work constantly.
Well, that's why I tell Phil, because sometimes, you know how it is, Mark. Sometimes you just you're a different animal.
Good night, Rowdy Barnes.
Camera in your face, but
I wasn't at first.
You know what I mean? Yeah, Phil doesn't feel it or whatever, but we do it.
Yeah, there's been times I'm like, but I know it. You just gotta push forward. Obviously, just we're Cowboy fans. Like when we're playing terrible and we let all of a sudden 17-point lead against Green Bay.
Thank you, Ryan.
And then we got to that face. He's like, damn, man. It's like we got to point out we're pissed
Ryan,
off at this team.
Cut, Mark.
That's what I'm like laughing about because everybody's like, man, you got a nice haircut today.
He didn't get
it's like, no, my wife actually just put some product in it. Because every time I try and put some product in it, she's like, don't do that. I'm like, but I like it. She's like, don't do that anymore. Then I do nothing, and it's like, oh, God. She's like, I married you? It's like,
why'd you do that, Phil?
Primetime Phil and game time.
Somebody was asking, just put the names up.
You know what? I don't know why I don't put the link up.
Eastside's team gave us a scare, man.
Yeah,
that team plays. I'll tell you, Houston plays hard.
Well, we were talking about that with the Governor's Cup on the line. There's
Lovie
a whole
Smith.
different thing. They whipped out some new defense they hadn't played all year. I mean, obviously you don't whip out a new defense if it doesn't mean anything.
That's Belichickian. Is that a word, Belichickian?
He looks a lot wiser with that big, huge,
white beard,
Gandalf beard going on. Like,
right. Yes, he did the drawing, Jason. Bella won. She was in tears.
Here's the link for my man Primetime. I'm going to pin it. Everybody definitely sub up to my buddy. Support him. They put in the work and everything else. But like I said, it's just being consistent and being yourself and putting it out there.
When we're not feeling it, we think this team is has some shortcomings into those things. I mean, Brian's not, we're not afraid to pick against them in spots. They've proven us wrong. I think we had that with the Cincinnati game. Cincinnati game, we both, at that time, I think we both picked against them, and they came out and played against Cincinnati really well. So, I mean, there's been times where,
Thank you, John.
I don't want to be right every time because I'm not going to pick my team every time.
Yeah, I mean, he picked that the Eagles were gonna get it. I thought we were gonna get it at the very end.
I just want people to
shout out
be honest. But see, sometimes you don't have somebody to play against, Mark. So you got to you do that, but here,
let me
being
say
an
shout out
employee
to
and
Queen
show,
Bella
we don't
and the
talk
Reaper
about it.
who have now subbed up to the channel there.
Wow, thank you.
Come on
Go
now.
live Wednesday
All right.
night for our free preview show for Thursday, and I would imagine I don't know what Mark's going to do. It's a Thursday night game.
Thursday night, man, it's going to be a rough week. I've got to go down the country tomorrow because I got some heat pumps that have to be worked on, and then I've got to drive up to Delaware, and I hate the Bay Bridge, Delaware on Wednesday, and drive back, and then of course the game on Thursday. Then I got to go back down the country on Friday, so it's going to be a crazy
Jason
week.
Renfro and John.
Shout out to
McGrew.
John Renfro, Jason Renfro, got you on that one. Rhonda, damn, you better person than me. I could not do them toenails.
Vibrating higher.
Thank you.
Rhonda, you doing your man's toenails?
It helps us a lot, and I appreciate that a lot.
Oh, you so nice, Miss Biscuits. Mark, it'd be cool if I was a ranch. It would be cool if I was a ranch.
Go for some biscuits and gravy.
You better be there Thursday, Mark. We need the big sub. Oh yeah, I'll get it. Don't worry. I'll order it on Wednesday and I'll be back. Look, Mitch Roman just subbed up to you. So that's at least 3 right now there, guys. Yeah. All right, Roman. Shout out to Mitch Roman.
And listen,
we just got the results for the DNA tests on Mitch Roman, and you are the father of Queen Bella.
Queen Bella.
That's his daughter.
What's going on here?
That's his daughter.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know. I don't know if he introduced her to the channel or if she introduced him to the channel.
We try to go live before the game, and then we try to go live after the game. So it's like at least twice a week usually. I mean, that time where it was Thanksgiving weekend, what we were on there like 4 times in that week.
And you can see us on, but Mark usually on either Monday or Thursday or both.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's better, I mean, I like to let you start your show and get your beginning in, and then we'll hop on if we can. It was busy for a couple of weeks.
Life gets in the way. I'm appreciative of any time that you guys spend on. It does make these terrible games that much better.
I thought that draft was really good. That's the one I was like, hey, this could be something.
Yeah, now I got to do a really. I got to start. We did a little bit of homework, but we got to actually come up with some nice content. So, take a little forethought. It'll be interesting. We'll have to figure that out, Phil. But we're definitely going to stream it. And I know Mark. Hopefully, we can stream through Mark somehow.
See, I'm figuring that out.
Yeah, I think I can do it
16 hours of driving.
As long as the thing is up, I can broadcast into that.
I'll make sure that I have all.
See, if we were to take off on Tuesday,
listen to this guy.
Drive 8 hours on Tuesday, 8 hours on Wednesday. We'd be there Wednesday night. The draft would be Thursday night and Friday night. Saturday, it's done by about 4. You wouldn't have to take off but 4 days of work.
That's a good time of year.
Man, they're lucky I don't quit.
All right.
I'd be all like, man, I don't think you'd understand. This is not a request. I was just letting you know it was happening. No, they're respectful. They understand. They
Virus, yeah. Shout out to Virus. If you're going to be back in here consistent, we're going to look for guys to you're serious about it.
Snap.
Hop on and
Rhonda says Dak is cute, Mark is cute, Mike is cute, and hubby is gorgeous. I don't like my men ugly.
Talking about me? Oh, no.
Thank you, David Morrison. I appreciate that. Who was saying there? Rhonda was saying what?
David Morrison also. Look, that's number 5, I believe. That's 5 new subscribers there. David Morrison just subbed up. Who else? Come on now. Let me give a shout. Hey, listen. If you sub up, I'm giving you a shout out here as we go through the last 2 minutes of this game.
We can get James Nooks on. And he'll tell you how much he wants a receiver every round.
Yep. James, James gives me the lowdown,
no, I've not seen Tulsa King yet.
Because James is telling me, earlier in the day, he was telling me Josh Norman was on.
So James is your guy?
James
gives
me some info. He gives my early info.
James is your
my Scheffler.
Gina?
Yeah.
Your damn Gina.
Dan James.
Oh,
I might
Mark,
have to
did
put
you
something
get my
up.
thing? I told you, yeah, about the lean.
Damn, David. You know that? What was it? Damn, Daniel. Right there. Right. That's what it was.
Rel
Damn,
Pinckney in
Daniel.
the house too. We get him in there because we're really gonna, you know how it works. We got to figure out the format and when we're hopping.
Thank you,
And,
Tyrell.
it'll be fun.
You know, I am going to
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Seriously. And then
okay, I'm going to say something. Now I'm going to ask your guys' opinion. Okay.
Thank you, guys. Seriously.
We have 11 wins right now.
Vibrating higher.
Right. What if Cooper Rush had been Brandon Wheaton? See, here's my thing. I almost say that Cooper Rush was our MVP.
You're gonna make me have nightmares tonight. Thank you, Mark.
What's that about Brandon?
Like, what about Brandon?
No, I'm just saying. No, what would have happened if Cooper Rush had been Brandon Wheaton and we lost 5 games?
We'd be trying to make the.
We'd be the Commanders right now. That's what we would be
fighting for that 7th spot.
Thank you,
right.
Keith M. Thank you, man.
So in my mind, you got to almost look and say he's definitely one of the more valuable players that we've had on the team.
Yeah, he is. All I was saying is you could see, just use your eyes. What happened was our defense knew they were handicapped.
Jeremiah, that's actually Primetime Phil's and Game Times Phil's channel. So you couldn't have subbed up to them 6 years ago. Yeah, that's Primetime and Game Time Phil's channel because they do a great preview game on like Friday nights or Saturday night, depending on when the Cowboys are playing. This week it's going to be Wednesday night, and they also do the post game show on Monday nights at 7:00 as well. So definitely sub up.
If it's
and then in the off season, we're going to
try to figure out something.
We're going to be doing I would say probably one day, and then we get closer to the draft.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to have some people from the Cowboys on. We've already reached out, so we'll have some, behind the scenes.
Jeremiah subbing
draft
up.
Talk. Come on now, draft talk is fun.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't care where you're at.
Here's the thing, though. There's really not an off season.
Thank you, man.
Because here, look, the Super Bowl's middle of February, and then middle of March is free agency. Excuse me, free agency, and actually the end of February is franchising tag. And then, of course, you've got all the coaches that are getting fired and moving on.
We haven't analyzed the NFL calendar, but we're definitely going to do our one show a week. And then, like you said, we're going to schedule shows based on all this other stuff you're saying, but we'll definitely do the one. And
thank you, Ron.
Mix them in,
I saw it. Thank you very much.
And so here's what we got to look at is, are we going to franchise tag Dalton Schultz again? Are we going to release guys like Tyron Smith?
Keep Tony and Zeke.
Right. That's going to be speculation. Will Dan Quinn or Kellen Moore become head coaches elsewhere?
Dan Quinn's gone.
Probably to Denver, probably. But that's all.
Why would he want to go there with that quarterback? But I know
he knows the draft picks that you just traded out.
It's not like you have a good future.
You don't have.
But just think, they have a number 3 defense still, even with all this mess.
And then think about how much better they could be if they did have a Dan Quinn.
Did you see Randy Gregory snaps? He's hardly playing.
He's only played in like 6 games.
But I mean, he's been back for the last couple. He hasn't hardly sniffed the field.
Well, because one, their defense is kind of loaded, and 2,
but I mean, he's probably he's not regretting it because he got his payday.
Mm-hmm.
But they're taking a knee.
Oh man,
Chargers are in the playoffs.
So this, it's like I don't want this day to end. This has been like an incredible day. Sam Williams is out of concussion protocol. All the Eagles trolls are pretty much silent. Shady McCoy has to eat crow. I mean, I don't want this day to end, man.
It's beginning to look a lot like
I tell you what, for Christmas Eve and through Christmas and, trolling the Eagle at Home Depot.
Listen,
it's been a great
it made
day.
my Christmas so much better.
I had a little pep in my step. The food tastes a little bit better.
Sleep a little better.
And I thought you weren't going to be hanging this late there, Brian. You said, I'll come in for a little bit.
Conversation, man.
Yeah, it did go quick, though, didn't it, Mark?
Okay, before you go, Primetime, How many more subs did you get on your channel?
I'm gonna okay. Let's say
I want to say I think we had about 8 or 9 that said that they joined.
There had to be more than that. I want to say
at least 8 or 9.
Let's take
it's beginning to look alive. Like
yes, we had 8. We had
8. 8. That's it.
Yes,
no, come on, come on. I need 2 more at least. 2 more. Come on now. 2 more.
No, I appreciate it. Trust me, that is awesome. Like it helps a lot. Yeah, I mean, YouTube channels eventually have to start paying. Pay up, YouTube.
Yeah, right.
But no, I appreciate
YouTube
it, man.
pays.
I love to. I love to put the thumbnails together. I work on those. I send them to Brian. I'm like, I try to theme it to what's happening. In there. I'm trying to work a little bit better in it. I'm getting a little bit better. The graphics, I'm changing stuff up. From what I was. I mean, if you watch the first video to where I was now,
matter.
I looked at
this is funny to me because I hate to say it, but the way I do my hair is kind of like what I do with my thumbnails and shit. I just throw it up there and say, fuck it.
I woke up in the morning.
Either they like it or they don't. I don't care.
I rock. Thank you.
Oh.
I appreciate that.
Blue virus.
Look, shout out to Queen Bella. Look, you see what Queen Bella said? She's going to pull a Frank Joseph, and she's going to make 100 accounts and sub up with all of them.
Coming in.
Man.
Oh, boy. Blue virus. Prime time is my guy. All right.
There's a link up in the top of the chat right now.
There we go.
Navajo Smiles. I appreciate that.
Yeah, we all work together. So, I I love to see somebody doing well on YouTube. I'm not, some people get jealous. No, I want people to do well, and I'll do what I can to help everybody out. But it is time
trust me.
It's time to get my ass out of here because I got to get up at about 5:30 in the morning because I've got to get down the road and then get back and stuff. So let me say from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate each and every one of you guys, as well as you ladies. And I will see you guys, God willing, tomorrow. And shout out to Game Time and Prime Time. Please sub up to their channel and check them out because they're putting in the work. And they're unlike me, they're always well groomed, and they have great thumbnails and great conversation between the two of them. All right. And so now,
whatever, man.
We're gonna turn out the lights because this party's over.
He's like, I'll drown my tears in my 50,000.
Oh, you guys are crazy.
Thank you again, man.
Good things must end. All right,
peace.
All right, I'll see you.
Peace out, guys.
Tomorrow and next year starts the same old thing again.